Hello, everyone. Hi, happy Juneteenth. Hey, y'all. Hi. So, welcome everyone to the first of our two Juneteenth shows on Girls Run These Worlds today. It will be us, but it will also be you tonight, Ryu. Oh, wonderful. Just a cascade of blackness.
Black and gay, baby.
Black and gay, baby. So, welcome to the first of our Juneteenth games. I'm Arnica, your GM, and we are back for a second run at my own, homebrew setting of Booker's Way. As I said last year, we're going to start it out with same thing, a little bit of a history lesson. Um, Juneteenth is a holiday, but understand that it is a holiday of remembrance. It's a Memorial Day. Juneteenth, June 19th, was the day that the US forces had to ride into Galveston, Texas to liberate the last group of enslaved Americans 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation had been signed. For 2 years, while the rest of us were free, our brothers and sisters in Texas continued to be held in bondage. They were forced to work by people who knew not just the morality, not just that they were doing a moral wrong, because, and let's not lie, they all knew they were doing a moral wrong. It was not debatable. Everyone knew. They didn't care. Now that we've got that said, they knew they were also doing a legal wrong. But fuck that. They didn't care, right? US Army had to ride in, free the folks in Galveston, the last group of enslaved Americans. On that day, we still celebrate it. Juneteenth, a day of remembering, a day of freedom. So, while you're at work today and you're surrounded by a whole bunch of coworkers whom perhaps have some questions about why why are they standing around eating this overcooked hot dog and this slightly burnt hamburger grilled by the executive director who is still in a suit and tie even though it's hot as fuck, and nobody knows why you're eating a corporate hot dog? I would just like you to remember that you're eating a corporate hot dog because this is the day that the last group of enslaved African Americans were freed, and it's worth remembering. It's worth celebrating. It's not a celebration for everybody. It's not a day of freedom for everyone. It's a very specific holiday, and we respect that. We love you, Texas. We love you, especially Black Texans. We think of you on this day. We remember your ancestors. We know where the day comes from, and we adore you. That said, now that we've done the history lesson, let's go ahead, introduce my fantastic cast, and then we'll get started. Love this so much. Why don't we start with, I'm even going to ask them a question. I didn't tell them this. I'm going to ask everybody a fun little icebreaker question. Let's start with Ryu, our tech god,
What
our
in the
favorite fuck
capitalism?
boy.
What in
Oh
the
yeah.
colonialism?
Oh, bullying. And I'm gonna ask Ryu, what is your absolute favorite thing? Walk into the cookout and see on the table and or on the grill. Introduce yourself, your character, and answer my question.
Ah,
Hi.
it's too many brain thoughts. The fuck is my name? Ryu. Hey, my name is Ryu. I'm playing today. Lord Arnica. Arnica. Why you do this
Hey,
to me?
I'm still like,
Arnica. Okay,
this is the thing that happens.
I'm rushing through a mic. My name is Ryu. I am production tech god here at TRTW. Do stuff on my own channel from time to time. And today I will be playing Raya's, a Slyborn fairy ranger. Ask her about her pet companion because I have a whole backstory for the pet companion for no fucking reason. What I like seeing at the cookout. Oh boy. Surprisingly, there was this only one time that I've actually seen it. Um, uh, lamb. It's like hardly ever a thing, but like lamb chops or like pulled lamb, like for like burgers and stuff.
Okay. All right, not your average cookout fare, but
No.
as someone who also thinks that lamb is fucking fantastic, I can see it.
Always remember that
Amazing.
lamb and crabs used to be the poor man's meal, and then they added colonialism. So
That part.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and this is not the order we are on that screen, but it's the order we are on this screen. Hi, Keon. Why don't you go ahead, introduce yourself, your character, and tell me what's your favorite thing to walk into the cookout and see either on the table or on the grill?
This is what we call bullying, and I don't particularly approve of this. But hello, you beautiful motherfuckers out there on the internets. I am Keon. I use he, they pronouns. And if you're looking for me, you can find me at Brother Keon. That is BRUTHAQUEON. If you love the fuck shit that I bring to the table, it's going to be a fucking amazing time. I will be playing Cyan Tiger Frost. He is not a tiger, and he is also not cold, but that's not the point. Your Seaborn Nightwalker Katari. And if I'm walking into the cookout and the first thing I'm going to, I am a stereotype. I am just a nigga. Um, Give me that burnt hot dog and some potato salad, and then you ain't gonna hear shit else from me all day. I think you're muted, Arnica.
I was. It was for the best. I was making a sound. It probably didn't need to be right in everyone's ears. Yes, I I understand you. We are kin, you and I. So let's jump. We're gonna go this way. Oh, Lily. Hi, Lily. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, your character? What's your cookout food?
Hello, hello, hello. I am Lily. I'm mostly a lease on life around the interwebs, but also I'm a scribe on Twitch and Discord. Yeah, I uh am playing today Corinne Blackrock, who is a Slyborn orc warrior. Yeah, she likes to fight. She likes to fight. That's how she gets out her frustration. And from the person who is allergic to nightshades, it's the potato salad when you walk into. I mean, it's absolutely the potato salad, and it is also just brings some extra Benadryl. Like,
Lily. 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 How old were you before you realized that the potato salad was spicier for you than it was for everyone else? I have to know.
it's a while because like nightshades also include tomatoes. So like,
You was just eating tomato
like
sandwiches, potato
why
salad
am
all
I
summer long. You
itching?
like,
What are
damn,
these
everything in the summer is
signs?
spicy as fuck.
I have
You know?
questions and so many concerns.
You know?
Okay, baby. Okay. So everybody hide the potato salad. Um Alex, hi.
Hey y'all, my name is Alex. I use they them pronouns. I am going to be playing Chani Ponder. Chani is a Seaborn Fawn Ranger. That's right. Yeah, that's right. I'd be bopping around the internet under Alex AMA underscore ALIX instead of ALEX. And that's where you can find me doing stuff and things. And I am genuinely surprised that ain't nobody said macaroni and cheese yet. Nobody said mac and cheese. Nobody.
It's not a cookout food.
It's not a
Your
cookout food.
It's
It
not a
happens.
cookout
your
food.
grandmama loves you more than the rest of ours. I promise you.
I only get
Because
it
when
3
it is
times a year.
this hot,
She
when it is
do.
this hot, the oven's not going on.
It's not a
She
cookout
do
food.
love me. She do. Okay, so when we would do cookouts when I was a kid, okay, long story short, we would do cookouts when I was a kid, and the adults would have like ribs and burgers and hot dogs and all that good fun stuff, and then the kids would get hot dogs and macaroni and cheese, and that shit was fire.
Oh, pot mac
Ooh.
and cheese. Yeah, pot mac and cheese is cookout food,
Oh
actually.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's fine.
I'm
Oh,
thinking
cool. That's
baked.
fine.
Homemade
Me
pot
That's
too.
my
Me
mac and
too,
cheese.
default.
like in
Me
a
too.
casserole.
Homemade.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
Yeah, not
bring
like
out that
baked
big-
macaroni and cheese. That's
Okay.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
like, I only get that
Right.
3
I
times
was
a
gonna say
year.
like church or something.
Yeah.
No. Macaroni and cheese. You feel me?
Are you? We
I'm
talking
rotten. I
craft?
get
Hot
it way
smack.
more than 3 times
No,
a
not
year.
Kraft. My grandmama would
Oh,
never. Oh my good lord!
I
my
did.
bad.
I just had a fight or flight response.
Fight or flight. My bad. Honorable mention on the cookout food. This might just be the white people in my family and the Native American people in my family bringing the shit. But cucumber salad slaps. Okay, it's
Mm.
something about a nice, good cucumber salad when it's hot as hell outside.
Pushing. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so good.
It is that is definitely coming off the native side of your family because you know what? That my daddy's family did that. Slice that cucumber up real thin, little bit of vinegar, salt, and pepper.
Woo!
Yep. Yep. Yep.
I can't fucking stand a cucumber, but that's almost real food.
Now I want mac and cheese.
I know, right?
Come on down. I'm making me some tonight. I was hungry.
It is
Hello?
too hot to think, but mac and cheese sounds good.
All right, everyone. So thank you so much. You've met my wonderful cast. I'm Arnica, your GM. I will be playing everybody else. And we will be walking around through Booker's Way today. Booker's Way is my homemade system setting. It is the Tulsas, it is the Rosewoods, it is all of those beautiful black towns that never got the chance to grow and thrive. They've grown and thrived here. Here in this fantasy place, you don't have to go to Hobbiton. You don't have to go to the 17th fantasy London. Come on down to the south. Come to Booker's Way. Come sit a spell on the porch. In fact, why don't we go ahead and head there right now with our group? So party, here's where here's how things stand. You have had a spectacular last haul. The last the last job y'all did together managed to come out just way better than you thought it would. Death toll so small. None of y'all didn't even like nobody even cared about not even your least favorite NPC. Like everybody made it out. You all managed to find one pretty decent piece of like not get rich and retire treasure, like a pretty decent like $750 worth of treasure you all managed to walk away with as a bonus on top of your regular pay. So y'all are all rolling into town with not enough to really put in your bank account. You could, or you could head back into town and just blow it all in one really good weekend over at Booker's Way. And you kind of figured, why not? You ain't been there in a while. Um, so you are on the train pulling into town. It's pulling into the station. Um, is your train? Did you board the one pulling into the White Shield station, the Oakshire station, or the Silk Center station?
Honestly, I, I, Oakshire sounds dope to me. Just to me. Also, Silk Center sounds dope
I was
to
gonna
me.
say Silk Center sounds
I like the
Silk
sound of
Center.
I'm feeling
silk
Silk
and
Center.
satin.
Let's do Silk Center.
Yes,
All
please.
right. So as your train pulls through, you see little glimpses of the other neighborhoods. You go right past the outskirts of Morningstar, the big, like, domestic district. You skirt through the very edges of Oakshire, the arts district, and your train pulls in. And as soon as it opens, that smell hits you. It's a city smell. It's not like a rotten, oh Lord, they've been peeing in the alley smell, but it's that city smell. Um, on top of it, there's hints of kudzu. There's dragon, dragon. There's dogwood. What the fuck, dragon? What the fuck is a dragonwood tree? I guess it's like a dogwood but bigger. They got dragonwoods now. It's like a dogwood but 3 times their size. I just said it, so it's true. Um, just You come out, take a deep breath, catch in the lights. All of the where everything else is really kind of subdued, natural. Things are a little bit slicker over in the Silk Center. Um, the bricks are glossy. The There's shiny glass. There's a lot of Art Nouveau style here. A lot of Georgian columns. It's fancy, it's overdone, but it's not like tacky overdone. It's ostentatious in a way that says, "Come spend money and then leave." And this is where you find yourself as the train pulls away from behind you.
Oh. Oh, I just saw what a dragon wood looks like. That's dope.
That's
Yeah,
really
Dragon
cool,
Witch is dope.
actually.
So yeah, very, very cool stuff. So I think Chani is like first off the train, bright-eyed, bushy tail, ready to look at everything. My poor girl. They're so gullible and they're going along with the flow. They are about to get eaten alive in this city, I bet money.
Like, sure, you're gonna be fine. Like, you're not the first tourist. I'm sure,
Very
I'm
tourist
sure that
energy.
this will be fine. So, Johnny, you're a tourist, but I think one of y'all is a local to the area, aren't you? Who here knows this area?
That would be Cyan. Um, as the train and Shawnee hop off. Cyan is kind of just like looking around, slinking past, and just kind of just like cool catting his way through everything. He's just like, Shawnee, you're gonna cause a scene.
Everything looks so cool, Cyan. Look at that. And I think Chani's like looking at, I don't know, like, are there
You
street
can't touch
vendors?
that.
Oh, okay, fine. I won't touch it, but it
It's
looks really cool.
it's very cool. You can touch it if you buy it, or
All right.
if
Yeah,
you don't
gotta
want to
buy
buy
stuff
it, it's
here.
fine.
There is a very attractive looking, probably halfling. You're not entirely sure. It is hard to clock both their species and their gender, so you do neither. You just admire that this is a very good looking, like 5 foot 3 inch being. They look you up and down slow, they kind of smirk and they're like, "Oh, I mean, you can there's a lot that can be touched here at the Silk Center. You do have to buy though." And they give you a wink.
Trust me, I know. I definitely know. Uh, ooh, he like pulls his like collar real quick. And he's like, "Phew, this is the reason why I do not come here often, and I do not know why I let you three talk me into this."
I mean, but isn't it worth it? It's so pretty here, Cyan.
Right.
Let's go look at everything. Let's go look at everything.
Okay. Okay. All right. Corinne, are you coming, or are you just gonna stay in the train? They're about to leave.
Corinna's like looking around. She doesn't trust anything. So she's like the total opposite. Um, and is just kind of like looking around and debarks from the train. Corinne is wearing like all black, like black jeans and like a black kind of almost wrap shirt that has like silver studs that kind of stick out just a little bit, that is kind of a warning for don't get too close. um and like looks around and is like, all right, what are we doing?
You're getting off the train first.
Yeah, I mean, obviously. And like steps off the train and onto the platform.
It's okay.
Oh, I think so. You guys see Chani sort of like looking around, and then they like go, "Oh, there he is," and grab like this little spectral octopus. That's that is my little familiar. His name is Poke, and he's very cute. But I think you see Poke just kind of like hovering near like a capybara.
Which is
Okay.
which is when you hear the fluttering of wings as Riot just says, "Come on now, Barbara, it's not too bad to get off the train. You just gotta just hop a little off. I know it's a little bit of a gap. You're fine. It's fine. Just get little hop, baby, little hop." And the capybara is like kind of hesitant to go over that little bitty line, but like finally the spectral, the little Poke is trying to maneuver
Mhm.
help maneuver off of the train. There you go, honey. Lovely, lovely. I'm so excited. And the wings are just fluttering. As you just see, my character who's a fairy, who has like a high type little fro, little horns, high ears, and kind of a mesh undershirt with red beads as a necklace and a red hooded vest.
Okay.
Nice.
I just I'm sorry. It's the size difference is just so funny. Capybaras are so big.
It's
And you're
so
just
big.
so
Oh, there.
capybaras are big. They are big for a fucking rodent. Are you kidding
They're
me?
about as
Right.
big
Like the size of a
as a
dog.
pig.
They
Yeah,
are the
yeah,
largest rodent, aren't
They are
they?
the large.
yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
they are.
I ride
Okay.
mine into battle.
I was about to say, and there you are.
I mean, I guess you could, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you could. It's very funny. I love this. So,
Come on, Barbara.
all right. So you and Barbara, you finally managed to convince her to hop the like 3-inch gap. Barbara could literally just step across it, but she's sitting there in all her cappy glory, saying that no, mayhaps she doesn't want to. Maybe if she does not hop off, someone will come pick her up and lift her over. Uh, she kind of, I have to admit, it's entirely possible that she has convinced herself that Corinne's job is to like pick her up and move her 3 inches. Like she really likes Corinne because anytime she gets in your way, you just pick her up and move her 3 inches, and she
Yep.
loves that shit.
Yeah. So like Corinne like looks back and is like, "Oh, come on." And but still goes over and is like, come on," and picks up Barbara and, and puts her on the platform.
Now, Corinne, you know you're just feeding into those little puppy dog eyes, right?
I mean, look, those eyes. It's like she's like, "No, come on. Like, honestly, listen, it's not any trouble for me. I lift more, uh, at the gym every day. So,
Mm. Well, you got this one tied around your little. What are those? Hooves? Whatever they
They
are.
are
Come
they
on.
are little hills. I think. It's fucking fine now.
And
So
Rias, I don't think anything of Corinne is little compared to you, my dear.
I am tall for a fairy, first off. Okay. We're not going
Mhm.
to dismount, discount.
As you say that, Cyan comes lower and just like, yes, yes, my dear.
see, when you get a really tiny slap to your jowls, don't you say none. Just like insultingly small. You know it doesn't feel anything, but just the outrage, it's just a tiny hand the
Have you
size of your
ever had a
pinky nail
paper
going,
Anybody
cut?
else?
oh.
Have you ever had a paper cut?
So-
Um, so y'all know that there's a couple different places in town you can stay. And you specifically know that you could stay at the Glass Peacock Inn, you could stay at the Fox and Ferry. You could also technically stay at the old Onyx Swan, but they're expensive as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. So if you guys are gonna stay on this side of town, you really got two choices. Which one do you think you're gonna take your friends to?
Hmm. You said the Peacock and the other one is what?
The Glass Peacock Inn and the
Uh-huh.
Fox and Ferry.
Well, seeing that we have a little ferry right here, I think the Fox and Ferry would be really great to stay at. If you don't mind, Rias, we can go.
Now, I don't know if that was a gay joke or a racist joke, but here we are.
Now, why would I do a gay joke when I am as they come?
Are you?
He said, "No, it was totally a racist joke. Fuck you. This ain't a gay joke. What?"
Like, this also ain't a height joke.
Okay.
Get your ass on that damn capybara and let's go.
Puffs, puffs.
You love me, and you know it.
So, as y'all come in from off town, what you see is I'll go ahead and just give you a little glimpse, little bit of the outline. Yeah, 'cause this one doesn't have the. Oop, I had to find the one without the thingy. Everyone pay close. You're just not gonna open. You're just gonna shame me publicly. That's fine. Be that way. It's like I've already got
Anti-black.
3 open. It is. It's anti-black as fuck. So what you see is if this ever opens, you're coming in from the little road off. Yeah, that's the wrong one. Motherfucker, I will cut you. I will slap your mother. Please open. So you're coming in from the road from the far right. It's not going to show. It's going to show everything else. That's fine. It does this to me every year. Coming in from the road off the far right, you're winding your way through town until you get to. Fine. It thinks it's gonna trick me. You coming in from here.
Ain't no way.
You come in through this way.
Ain't no way.
No.
Arnica came prepared, baby.
Y'all,
Right?
y'all don't understand. I've got all of these maps digitized, and so of course it's like I'm not going to open. I opened 3 things while people looked at me to make sure it would open and work. And now that we're live, it's like, no.
No, thank you.
Joke's on you, motherfucker. I drew it on paper. So, so as you come down this street, you see a whole bunch of mostly the buildings here are there's a really smooth kind of shared look for all of Booker's Way. They have a lot of like creamy river stones, a lot of brown and tan colors, a lot of very bright trims. So like beautiful neutral colored buildings with a lot of bright, gorgeous trims, shutters, roofs, lots of pop that way. As you're walking by these, looking around, now a lot of the windows are super big display windows, and they are all everything in them is very provocative. You walk past a candy store and there's 3 regular bars of chocolate and several bars of chocolate that look like genitalia. There are donuts. The donuts sit in a little paper cup that looks like a decorative bra. They're made they're just regular donuts, filled donuts, but instead of a Boston cream, they've got a purple ube cream in the middle. They got a little boba ball on top. They are boubets. You realize, for those of you who didn't know, that y'all have this isn't just the party district. The party district in Booker's Way is also the red light district. You are primarily in a sex work district, and as you go down, following Slyn through all of these twists and turns, you realize that that hotel over there, the one you thought you were headed to, the tall white one with the beautiful stained glass, green and blue and gold windows, that's not the one y'all are headed to. I mean, this building is still nice. It stands above the others. It's a solid 4 stories. It's a gorgeous kind of vulpine, foxy, reddish orange. Um, do you approach from the left or the right?
I think we'd be coming from the right.
All right. Right,
I'm
so
so nervous.
Me
um,
too.
you should be.
Yeah.
So as you come through, you
Oh wait,
see that
Arnica, real quick.
yes,
Can I get like 4 of the bourbets, please, and just give them to mom?
you can. Y'all start to there's a split in the road right as you reach the bakery. There's a big building in front of you. It's painted to almost but not quite match the hotel behind it. You got before y'all take the road on the right, you go, wait, 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 wait. I just gotta stop here real quick. And you run in to bakery. You run into Bianca's
Yes.
bakery. At Bianca's bakery, there is there's this gorgeous little fawn. They stand behind the counter. They've got this like very cute. It's fetishy in how adorable it is. It's one of those not sexy but sexy fetishy kind of costumes. You're like, ah, gotcha. It's pink. It's designed to really accent how cute everything is. She goes, "Welcome to Bianca's. What can I get you?"
Hi, Bianca. It's been such a long time, my dear.
She goes, "Wait a
I
minute." And
huh?
she runs out from around the counter and she cups you by the chin and she turns your face. She goes, "No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I grew facial hair finally.
Look at that." And she kind of scruffs it up a little bit and then she does one of these because, beard oils. She goes, "Baby,
Ooh.
you here? You are not here to clean out my bouquets again."
May yes, I am.
Um, she pretends to huff.
just,
Like, I
just,
hope
just
you
4
know.
this time.
Just
Just
oh,
4.
just 4. Okay, okay, just 4. It'll just like just 4 for you. She goes, "I don't know where you put them," and she gestures
They're
you up and
they're not
down.
all just for me. I have friends, legitimate friends who I'm giving them to, and
Mm,
they're up
and
and
she
up friends.
smirks because she remembers you used to come in here young and hungry, young enough to live here on your own, but also young enough that all the adults around you wanted to keep an eye on you. When you and a bunch of middle-aged adults and that first like fresh 18-year-old moves into your neighborhood and you all find yourself slightly hovering because you know good and hell well that child don't know how to adult and they're not going to call their mama and you got to make sure they
Definitely
know
do
how to
not.
cook or they're going to burn down the whole apartment building. Like it's that. That's the look. That's how Bianca remembers you. Bianca remembers you as that brand new, Lord, let me bring them dinner because they're gonna burn down the apartment otherwise. She's like, uh-huh. Yeah,
Mhm.
you had friends the last time you wanted a whole thing full of them. And she starts to bag them up. Do the rest of y'all come in or are you just gonna
I'm
are
getting
y'all just outside?
dragged.
Oh yeah, Chani is in there looking at everything, and their mouth is watering at all these delicious treats,
Mhm.
and they have not been paying any attention whatsoever to anything going on with Bianca and Cyan. They are like eyes focused on the boobays because
My
I don't think they've ever seen anything like that before.
The boobays or the boobays? Or the boobays?
Yes,
All of them.
both.
yeah,
Okay.
all of the
Both.
above, indeed.
Hmm.
So she looks over and Bianca sees you, Johnny, just kind of looking around, and you've managed to get your hands on like 4 different things. These are all gorgeously wrapped. There's this whole long rack. It says tit gifts on top. And it's just the same candies that are everywhere else, but they're like they're wrapped in shiny, slick paper. They got bows, the kind of things you just kind of leave on the table with the change on your way out the door, right? A little thank you
Mhm.
for your service. You've got like 3 of them leaving little fingerprints on the slick paper. You're like, look at these.
Mhm.
And Bianca looks at you and looks back, goes, oh, you really did bring friends with you. And she throws an extra set of bouquets in there.
Miss Bianca, I told you.
She goes, okay, you got it. But I remember when you was hungry, you'd be like, no, these are for me and my friends. You'd eat all of them. So I'm just,
Mm-hmm.
good for you. Here you go, an extra set. And she goes, so
He's
what
just
you
like
doing
looking off.
so what you doing around here? Are you just here for the weekend? Are you home for a while?
Um, kind of just here for the weekend. You know, it's showing everyone around. And
Hey,
also, if you see a capybara around here just nibbling on bread, don't pay it any attention.
doing now
Cut
wait.
to
Oh. Cut to
cut to at some point I may have found the trash can or discard little area, and I'm just like, shh, just real quick, just giving little discard
what has
scraps.
happened? This is gonna be funny. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have you do the first roll of the game, Ryu.
No,
And I'm gonna see, yes, and I'm gonna see exactly where you and where y'all be nibbling. Go ahead and roll for me. I'm gonna steal from you. We're gonna treat it like it's roll for luck.
oh
If you're doing
no.
highs, if you're doing high, it'll be one. And if you're doing low, it'll be the other. Go ahead, roll for me, Ryu.
Which,
How does
which
it feel, Ryu?
which one hurtful? Which one of these pretty dice am I rolling?
I don't care. Roll
Okay,
100.
what? Nani?
I don't know. I don't know if they have a 100. Y'all, we're playing Daggerhearts. You can't tell because you can't see it, but we're playing Daggerhearts and we don't know how because it's brand new.
Hi.
I don't know where the dice buttons are on Disney Plane.
I got a dragon? Wait a minute.
Digga.
Oh, it's a 1. Well,
It's a 1. All right. So let's talk about this, Reese. And so, Rise, you are on the back of your capybara. You were trying to steer her into, you were trying to steer her over the counter to join the conversation with everyone else. Instead, what your beautiful capybara has noticed is that the swinging doors to the kitchen in the back the top door and the bottom door are separate. They swing separately. And that she can just she can just put that dump truck capybara behind hers against it and back her way through the kitchen. So even while you're like, Barbara, no, Barbara, no, Barbara, she is backed
Barbara.
in the kitchen.
Bad
It is,
Barbara.
it is only, it is only, you see number 3 right here? So here's the thing. All of y'all, everyone else with some sense is right here in number 1, the shop floor where y'all belong. Talking to Bianca behind the counter at number 2, not Barbara. Barbara has taken her ass right in here. Number 3, through the break room and then into the kitchen. There is a big window here. All of this, number 6, this prep counter has a huge plate glass window so you can watch the candies being made. Like at my favorite local candy store, Haven's Candy. Like I love that. We do that shit all the time, right? Sometimes you just go and watch candy being made. So through the plate glass, what Bianca does not see, but the rest of y'all do, is you see a capybara has let itself into the kitchen. It's wandering around. It's looking, you can see a member of the face sitting on top of it, desperately yanking at its little bridle, trying to pull it in the other direction. Capybara doesn't care. Capybara wants to capybara. Capybara hops up onto this table. Number 6. Hops up onto number 6 and said it just starts licking the steel table. You cannot stop her. She's not listening to you. There
Please
is
help.
Candy.
Please send help.
This is great.
I guess Poke will like follow behind Barbara. Just like, this itty bitty little spectral octopus creature bobbing around, floating through the doors. And I think Johnny is so obsessed with the boobies, I don't think they notice.
Yeah, nah. At this point,
I
Cyan
think
is
Johnny's got a
mouthful of a boobay.
mouthful. Yeah. Mouthful. Just, this
There's
is
actually a
really
boobay.
good, Johnny. These are really good.
I
Shit,
told
Like
you.
yeah.
that.
How about
All
props?
right. So, Cyan,
Hmm
you see a capybara with its little capybara feet on Bianca's work table where she makes these bouquets. You
Mm.
know, you know the kind of hissy fit that will be had, the kind of gossip that will run through the hood if someone walks in and sees an animal walking on her kitchen table.
Um, so he just like stuffs one in his mouth and he's like, Chani, and grabs Chani and pushes her up to Miss Bianca. Talk to her. I'll be back. And
So
I
you make these bouquets. These are incredible. Where did you get this idea from? Mouthful of bouquets.
and
Here's what
I
I'm gonna
slink
do.
off.
One of y'all will roll for this. One of y'all is gonna roll for this. I'm gonna need you to roll persuasion. Which one of you is gonna roll?
Uh,
Johnny,
I
are
have
you
a
going to
plus
try to be
0 to presence.
so I think I will take that stress. Um, Hold on. How do I roll this?
I don't know.
So
I can't see
it's
the characters.
2d12. It's 2d12.
Okay, cool.
And then the
Oh,
higher one is
it
what you roll with.
it rolled
There's a little button.
originally at a 21, I guess.
Ooh.
21 with hope or with fear.
Uh, Fear?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He's terrified of how this could go
I was about to
because
say
I
that's pretty
brought them in
accurate.
here.
That's pretty accurate.
That's pretty accurate.
Like,
So here's how this goes. Bianca starts to turn around right as you shove Johnny. Johnny, you just happen to look so you don't understand. Bianca is much older than she looks. Bianca looks like she's maybe in her mid 30s. Bianca is a quarter into her first century. Like she's right around 130 years old. Fawns tend to live a pretty decent amount of time. And so you all literally just look like sweet little babies to her. Oh my gosh, the babies. Feed the babies. So you're sitting there with like chipmunk cheeks full of donut. And you're like, these are so good. How did you come up with these? And she just melts. She forgets that she was going to turn around. And she starts telling you about this young man she used to know, Eugene. Eugene used to live over in this district. Eugene worked at the other bakery, and y'all are going on. Y'all are talking about these bouquets, and I'm going to let y'all know that is true. Bouquets are an invention of Eugene Yang from the Try Guys. They are a great fucking thing.
I
You should
Right.
watch.
knew that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
that wasn't me. That was
Eugene,
Eugene.
that's my
Bouquets.
favorite try guy, so of course.
Guys. Um, and we wish you well with leaving Try Guys and your everything that you're doing, Eugene. I love you. Okay, so I forgot what I was saying. I started talking about Eugene's boobies. So she's telling you about the boobies, right? Y'all are blah blah blah, which means that you, Keon, you have a chance. You slide through you boom, slide through. You don't even open the top. You go right in like Barbara. You duck down and go through the bottom swinging door. You like crab walk your way through the break room. And now you are in the doorway of the kitchen. Again, enormous glass wall that everyone can see into the kitchen. You look at Barbara. Barbara looks at you. There's like, there is, please see, Why am I showing the camera? I've got it open. You're at the doorway of 3. Barbara's like right here at the bottom of the number 6. There's like 15 feet separating y'all. What do you want to do?
Is Raya in here with Barbara?
Rias is in here literally just saying, Barbara, you're ruining the entire thing. You know you're not supposed to be up there. We all know you're not supposed to be up there. We all know better that you're not supposed to be up there. Why? Where did you learn this? Who taught you this? And just like going into the soul.
At this point, Cyan is like the older sibling who has got his ass beat for touching mama's food before he was told to, and he's like, Rice, what are you doing?
I'm not doing anything. Barbara is on an adventure in the mom and pop shop for no reason.
It's your animal.
Listen, when she grew up this big, I could no longer yank her like I used to, and she is having one of those teenage moments just looking at Barbara. Please assist with your tallness.
With my tallness. Okay, sure. Okay, all right. Barbara? And I'm like slowly like moving in. Hold on, my camera's doing stupid shit. I'm like slowly moving in, and as I'm trying to slink closer to Barbara to catch Barbara before Barbara jumps off and runs away. Barbara, it's okay. Look, and I'm like, I take the one that I'm eating. Like, here, you can have this one. Come on, come on.
Come on, Barbara. We really gotta get not
Get
here.
off this counter.
Please.
Y'all said damn counter.
Can you roll animal handling for me? Let's see if the bribe of the donut plus the fact that you're telling your fucking capybara to get off the goddamn counter. Let's see. Let's see how this goes.
All right.
Is there such thing as advantage in Daggerhearts?
Yes, there is.
Can I help?
Please. So would that also be presence as well?
That's what it seems like to me.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm terrified.
You got this. No big deal. Gonna smash it. Sure.
All right. And you said I do get advantage on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and take advantage because Reese has animal handling and is trying to control their capybara.
Trying.
Another 21. Again, with fear. Break it down.
All right. So 21 with fear. Here's what happens. You are edging, you're right at the edge of the doorway because you know that if you walk completely out of the doorway, Bianca will, out the corner of her peripherals, know something's happening in the kitchen and turn around. Right now, the only saving grace is that Barbara is so directly behind Bianca doing her little piggy dance of happiness that there's just no way the peripherals can catch it. But if you try to go in there, she'll see you. She'll, Barbara, get here. You give her the look that I'm done playing with you. Get over here, look. Right as Reese does the correct pull, and Barbara goes, you know what? I want that donut. Barbara, does Barbara hop down the way she came up? No. No. Barbara gets a running start. Barbara goes galloping across the table and leaps off the table. Reese, you're just clinging to you're just slightly flapping from the back of your bridle because you weren't braced for this. This is some bullshit. You braced when you jump your capybara. Like everybody goes flying when the horse jumps without you, right? Of course. So you're clinging to the capybara's bridle. You're like like a little tiny flag in the breeze. And Barbara catches you right in your gut. Solid 50 pounds of capybara covered that 15 feet almost. Almost. You realized, Cyan, that Barbara wasn't going to make it. And so you had to do a dive, a cartoonish, oh no, where you're trying to duck underneath and still catch the capybara. You catch her, but tell me how that looks for you.
Oh, God damn it, Barbara. He's like, he says it and it like throws up his boobay. He's like, ah, okay, whew, all right. And I think like as it comes down, Barbara just grabs the boobay and starts eating it.
Totally. I'm getting up from being thrown a little and it's like, okay, yoink Barbara to the front. I'm gonna do a really quick clean. Maybe she won't notice that I'm back here.
You and you get out.
I need to clean up the area like never happened. And the half-eaten, look at all the half. I gotta clear this for her.
I just see like the trail of half-eaten.
There is a trail. There is a little trail of destruction. Coated, there was sugar sprinkled on the table for the next set of rollings. There's little lick marks, just a trail, little footprints and lick marks all through the sugar on the table. All the
I'll fix it up real quick.
When Cyan sees that, he just has the look of the kid who did not take the chicken out of the freezer. And he's like, I'm getting my ass beat. I'm getting my ass beat today. Okay. And he just starts shooing Barbara out. It's just like, okay, Barbara, let's go.
all
Tears.
right. Now, Reese, it is you. It is you and an enormous kitchen. The size, understand for everybody who's not Reese, let's talk about the size of this commercial. This is a commercial kitchen, y'all.
Uh-huh.
A commercial kitchen's pretty big. They tend to be at least 30 feet long. They tend to be at least 10 feet wide because you have to have room for people to move around while screaming hot. The average height of a commercial kitchen work table is about 4.5 feet tall because you don't want people bending over it. Reese, are you 4.5 feet tall?
Nar.
Nah. Reese, are you 2 feet tall?
I am a tall 1.5 feet.
Look at that. So let's everybody
Even when I
stop.
called them
And
short,
just
I was the problem.
let's everybody have a great moment. Let's take 5 whole seconds to imagine the look of despair on Reese's face as they find themselves fluttering in this enormous kitchen, looking at this table and going, well, fuck, this is all me. All right, Reese, this is all you. What you gonna do?
I think Poke will help. Poke is just like floating in the sugar somewhere. Poke
Boy,
will help.
Helping, apparently.
You know they do a little twirl in the sugar. It doesn't spill anywhere, but they do a
you
little
think you're
twirl.
in there by yourself, and all of a sudden you see the sugar start shifting slightly like sand, just and you realize Poke is here to help. Don't worry,
This
the
ghostly little
animals are here
elephant.
to help y'all. Nothing ever goes
Poke
wrong when
at your
the animals
service.
help.
This is the worst Snow White moment ever. Ever.
Disney ain't got shit on this.
I'm
Okay.
going to grab some of my Keebler elf ancestors energy and just start bebopping around and cleaning as much as possible and pretending that Poke is helping, but cleaning that up too. Just as quickly and as like not in the view as possible.
Right. Now, the good news is because you are so small and you do move so fast because of that, unless you make a loud sound or smack into the window behind Bianca, she is unlikely to notice that you are there. She would have clocked it. She would have clocked someone bigger. You're unlikely to be noticed. That said, unlikely does not mean impossible. I'm gonna go ahead and have you. Have you roll an agility. That's the word I wanted. I can
Agility?
read.
I got
Yeah,
it. What do I?
got this.
God bless.
Can Poke
Right.
be giving like a help action?
Yes, I will let you add a. Okay, no. Here's what we're going to do.
A blessed?
Oh, wait.
Depending on how your agility works, will
Mhm.
depend on if Poke is helpful or not.
I have a +2 in agility.
I suggest you roll it.
Okay, so is
You
that
got
a
this.
12?
12.
It's 2d12.
Yeah, one hope, one.
+2.
I think the fear is going to be the dragon. So, Lord, what is this?
Uh-oh.
Wait, that would be okay. So fear 9 and 2 on the other die. 9, 10, 11,
So
12, 13?
13 with fear.
13 with fear.
All right. I got some good news and some bad news.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
So the good news is you are not noticed. Bad news is Poke is not particularly helpful. You are flying around doing your bullshit, zappity zap 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 zap. There's Poke continuing to just do a little
Doing
washing
his little shimmy
machine,
shake.
little swirl, little shimmy shake in the middle of the table.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That said, you do manage to fairly quickly get it cleaned up. Why don't you tell me how? What you do? You cast some magic? Is it elbow grease? What'd you do?
It's all elbow grease. I found the cleaning supplies. I get everything organized. I do not replace the donuts. I literally can't. And I try to stuff as many of the half-eaten ones either under the trash or like somewhere away they won't be seen somewhere, and then in my pockets for the rest.
Not you hiding some donuts and stealing the rest. You're like, it's fine. You're like, don't worry. It's like when elves make you shoes, except I take the donuts. It's fine. I got this.
My family tree had a Keebler elf or two in there, so you know.
I hate you.
It's fine.
Now, Corinne.
Yeah.
Corinne, you have been quietly standing in the corner, just watching all this foolishness. You have seen the entirety of all this happening through the plate glass window behind Bianca.
Yeah. I mean, it's like if you rewound it and like cinematically where you see it from Corinne's point of view, she is talking to Bianca and like asking like questions about a recipe, like really getting it, like she's really interested in this. And every time it feels like Bianca might shift and like catch something in the peripherals, Corinne like shifts the same way and like distracts her. Meanwhile, like you see like cartoony, like this thing happening in the background and like things flying and food and all of that kind of stuff. And Corinne's face is just like she is struggling to hold on to like a straight face while she asks about the amount of wheat content in the flour
What are
that
your
is
gluten-free
used.
options?
You make
Help.
these gluten free. Eating gluten free donuts isn't funny. Thinking about how hard it is to make them is what's funny.
Yeah,
Don't worry, people with celiacs. I'm not laughing because your tummy hurts. I'm laughing because it's hard as fuck to make gluten free donuts.
exactly,
As a person with
right.
lactose intolerance, but not dying from it, I feel you. But also, I'm gonna do it anyway.
um, so Cyan, you come out. You've got Barbara. Got her like a football. She would, if she was a dog, she would be indignantly kicking her little feet. She's a capybara and she's got that donut. That's all she give a fuck about. She's just hanging in, just limp in your arms, perfectly satisfied. Ube donut just hanging out her mouth. Capybara chewing, happy. You look hilariously ashamed. Reese comes jetting out from under the thing right as the door swings shut, and Barbara makes, look, I don't know what sound capybaras make. I'm gonna be honest with you. But Barbara makes one of those sounds right as
Squeaky.
y'all, yes, it's a little squeaky sound. Right as y'all clear that space, she make a sound. And Bianca turns and looks at the three of y'all. You two look tired and hot and a little bit guilty. Barbara
Who's
looks
Barbara?
deeply satisfied. Looks y'all up and down. Looks at Barbara. She looks at you. She looks at Barbara. She looks at you. She goes, You caught it before it got into my kitchen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm, mm, mm.
She looks at
That's why
Barbara. She
it's in
looks at
air
you. She
jail right
look at
now. Yes,
Barbara. She
ma'am.
look at y'all. Goes, all right.
I'm taking it outside as we speak.
Thank you, because you know that animals don't belong in my store. Much like, and she looks at you, Reese, and she goes, I understand if it's a service animal,
Well, it's
but
just
if it's just a mount, it needs to be out. It needs to be parked outside. I don't let big folk ride horses in here. You can't ride a capybara in here, ma'am. Sir.
Cyan goes to take Barbara outside and puts her down, and like crisscross applesauce sits in front of her, and it's like, "What is wrong with you? You have some goof." Listen, I understand that I steal things quite often, and here's the thing: I get away with it. You, my four-legged friend, are not stealthy.
I just look at Bianca and just like, yeah, that's just my emotional support, Barbara. It's fine. I'm so sorry. It will literally never happen again.
She looks at you. She's like, I understand. Thank you, but just next time y'all come through, leave it outside.
Also,
And
these are delicious. And I just kind of flutter out.
all right. So good news, bad news. Chani, Corinne, the good news is y'all didn't get caught with the capybara running around on this woman's table. That is the great news. The bad news is the Barbara's looking at the two of y'all. And she's looking at the door where Cyan disappeared and Reese disappeared. And you realize that Cyan has not paid Bianca.
Oh, hold on. I throw my head back in and say, Chani's got it.
Why is my name involved in this? Okay. So Chani very happily pays Bianca. Bianca has been entertaining them for a very long time with this capybara sideshow on the back. So yeah, Chani very happily pays. I don't know what kind of money Chani got.
I don't
That's
know.
the big question. I have a handful of gold. That's what I got.
That's what you got. We're working on the fantasy bullshit standard of copper turns to silver, silver turns to gold. Let's say the cost is like Dunkin' Donuts, which is too damn expensive. So y'all bought half a dozen donuts for roughly $10, which is 1 silver.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll honestly give Bianca a gold piece because
A gold piece is
Bianca
like
gonna find out.
$100. A gold piece is like $100.
Okay, 2 silver pieces. 2 silver
There
pieces.
we go. Okay.
2 silver pieces.
10
'Cause that's a lot. Jeez.
Yes, it
Okay.
is. Just so everybody can do the math with me, I always do base 10 because it's easy as bitch. 10 coppers is silver, 10 silver is gold.
Like that. Okay. So I'll give Bianca 2 silver pieces because Bianca is gonna find out that capybara was in that kitchen.
God, Bianca.
I clean good. I don't know what you're talking about.
You shoved donuts near the trash.
No. Under the trash. Under it.
There'll be
That's
like
not
a
bad.
hair or something, and
That's
Bianca
not
will be
bad.
looking at it like,
It's gonna be a capybara footprint in flour.
Yeah. And I mean, it's gonna be
Like
very
this.
obvious that something was swishing in the sugar as I like recall Poke, because what even is Poke doing?
Listen, I used to be
right.
the one swishing in the sugar, so it's okay.
Very fair. Very fair. Very fair.
So
I too be
y'all,
swishing in the sugar.
you go ahead and you hand her that silver piece for the donuts, and then you slide another one into the tip jar, and you and Corinne just kind of do one of those, hey, great to meet you, loved it, great shop, blah blah blah, all the way out the door as fast as possible. Y'all go, let's go right now before she get in that kitchen. Let's go. Oh, and you head towards the right. Now, on the
All I wanted
right,
was some damn donuts.
all you want, I mean, you got some donuts. That's the good
Right.
Yeah,
news.
We got donut.
Right.
yeah.
Donuts I have extra here. And I go into my pocket.
Yeah.
Excuse you
Just like
stole from Miss
handfuls
Bianca.
of half-eaten donuts.
You never
So
steal from Miss Bianca. I learned that lesson 6 years ago.
Oof.
That's all right. It's a lesson and Reese will figure out. Don't worry. This will end up fine.
Oh
So
God.
as
And if
y'all
I'm
come
telling you not to
around,
steal,
you head back out to the main road. Go left, you can go right. Y'all went right. You follow Cyan as Cyan looks at the left and goes, mm-mm, mm-mm, this way, and goes around the big building that's really kind of in the front, in the middle of this hotel to the point where there's two entrances. You see just barely that this entrance looks busy. It's hopping. It looks great. Like everybody's there. There's a line heading into the building next to the hotel. There's people waiting to get in. You can hear music coming out of it. There's obviously a excellent lounge at the Fox and Ferry at the Fox door. Y'all head to the ferry door. The ferry door is down a back alley. It's not a small back alley. It's, you know, fairly decently sized. It's technically a road, but none of the other buildings, their doors don't empty out onto this side. The only door this leads to is what's called the ferry door at the Fox and Ferry. Um, it looks exactly the same as the other side in that it's large enough for non-human people to comfortably enter. So the door is about 10 feet tall. It's small giants, good-sized orcs. Lots of people can get through. People with wings, the door is wide enough that they can make their way in and out. Um, so you go in through here, this door, the ferry door. Now, what you see is that there is a small, quiet lobby. There's there's an older gentleman, probably human. He looks human, good enough. He's just kind of sitting there like he's half asleep. He's flipping through a newspaper. He's not even looking up at y'all really, other than a quick eye and a wave. Y'all will come over when you're ready. They mind their business at the Fox and Ferry. Um, there's nobody else in here, and it's nowhere near big enough for all the space of this hotel. This lobby is only like maybe 15 feet from wall to wall. But as y'all drift over to that wall on the other side, to get close, you can hear boom, 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 like house music. It's coming. You have to put the soundproofing at this hotel is spectacular. You really have to get to the wall to hear. You feel it before you hear it. The wall is vibrating. But when you walk over to where the old man's sitting, you can't hear shit. He looks up at y'all and he's like, for the hour, for the day, or for the weekend?
weekend.
He goes, good, because if you need it for the hour, it's cheaper rates on the other side. He goes, okay, how many rooms do you need? Do you need 1 room, 2 room, 4 rooms?
And he's like trying to count it out. It's like one room. Actually, two.
All right. Okay. And he
I don't
started
think
to hand
Corinne
you
would
one,
want to share a room.
right? He started to hand you one key when you said 1 room. And then you go, wait, two. And he puts it back and he looks at y'all. He looks at the keys and he reaches and grabs 2 keys from like the upper right hand corner. There was a whole bunch of keys right in front of him. He's like, nah. He grabs 2 keys from the back corner. He's like, oh, y'all are. He says, normally people who just need a regular room stay over in White Shield. Are you all right? And he hands y'all the keys. Um, so at y'all will pay at the end. You don't have to pay up front. So that's good. He hands y'all the keys, slides 2 across and says, checkouts at, and he gives you the typical hotel spiel. Checkouts at noon, blah, 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 blah. And goes back to reading his paper. He don't say shit else. Now, there is, please open the Fox and Ferry. Why are you a butthole? I swear to Christ, I will put it again. I will show it to the camera. I will show the paper under the camera. So y'all walk up the stairs. There's an elevator. There are stairs. There are elevators in every fucking building in Wilker's Way. It's got 2 floors. It's got a goddamn elevator. Um, but y'all walk up the stairs, and as you walk by, none of the doors in this hallway match. I want y'all to know. None of the doors, that door looks like all these doors are themed. This door looks like a cell door, and that door looks like a dungeon door, and this door looks like a hospital door, and that door looks like y'all are walking through, and it occurs to y'all. Diane is just like, whatever. Do. It occurs to the rest of y'all, the Syed has taken you to a hotel on host roll. For lo, you were not mishearing. That man did offer you to rent you the hotel by the hour. Y'all have to go all the way up to the 4th floor to find one hall with like 4 rooms. And they're just like regular holiday room inns when you get in there. But y'all have to go all the way up to the 4th floor, up underneath like the attic eaves before y'all get to the. And you can tell like nobody uses these rooms. They're clean, but they got. When you go to the motel and they just like they just open for the summer because it's like in the tourist section. And so everything's clean, but also it's got that I've been shut up smell to it. Congratulations, y'all can tell no one has stayed in the non-fuck rooms for at least 6 months.
Still
Well, I
gotta
know
open a window.
they're always these rooms are always pristine, so you don't really have to worry about anything. And I hand y'all the keys. I'm gonna go down to the room, to the other spaces where the music is. I mean, y'all can come. You're it's a party normally, but it's up to you.
Is there a big
I
party
like
room
a
or is it
party.
single party?
It's a large group. It's a dance floor.
There is a dance floor.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll see about that. Well, let me situate
She's not
things.
invited.
I'm not bringing Barbara.
Immediately, no.
So
Barbara,
here's the thing. Barbara doesn't want to go. Barbara has already trotted herself over to the bathroom because Barbara knows what comes next. Barbara's used to this. When y'all check in, Barbara knows that y'all are gonna fill the tub with cool water. For lo, she is a capybara and she wants to do a swimmy. So so Barbara is just waiting. She's looking at y'all like, I don't know where you think you're going, but you better fill my little swimmy.
I situate my little space and I situate Barbara. I'm ready to party.
Yeah. I think I'll leave Poke with Barbara.
Yeah.
And it's
One
time to
time.
go throw some fawn ass.
I'm trying to throw
Right.
some tail.
I'm trying to throw some No,
Now,
for real though.
Corinne, you noticed as y'all walked by, that the elevator is situated, like it's not situated in the middle of the building. It seems to be situated right on the dividing line between the small side and the wild side. So
Sure.
you lead the party over to the elevator. Y'all take that down to the lobby, and you see that this elevator opens on 2 sides. Instead of one lobby button, there are 2 lobby buttons. One of them has a picture of a fox, one of them has a picture of a fairy. Y'all came in the fairy door. Y'all want to go to the other lobby. I think you know what button to push.
Pushing that box button.
Push that fox button. All right. Now, the fox side of the fox and fairy is enormous. As the elevator doors slide open, it is an entirely different experience in the absolute same building. The paneling is a gorgeous dark honeyed oak. It's exactly the same on both sides. Um, the counter much further away from you than it was on the ferry side. Same, everything in here is built the same. And that's when you realize exactly how sturdy it really kind of is over on the ferry side, because there are a variety of happy, drunk, partially to semi-new people. Just they're everywhere. They in they party clothes. They in they freakum dresses. Okay, have you ever seen an orc in a freakum dress? Because you have today. She looks great. She's having a ball. She's got rings on her tusk and everything. But like, understand that you just walked by an orc twerking in a freakum dress.
The question is, was baby throwing it back though?
Yes.
Was there movement? I need to know.
There was a reverberation, if you will.
Yes.
Like two baby pigs in a burlap sack, just brrr.
Okay.
We love to see
Okay.
it. We love to see it. Get it, miss.
Somebody cast Thunderwave.
It's wild
Reese,
here.
she hears you. She hears you. She turned around and she give you a wink. She's like, "Hey." She's like, "I don't know." She said, she looks right at you. She goes, "I don't know what we're gonna do, but we can figure it out." She gave you a call me. Bless her heart. She is sloppy drunk. I'm sure that when she tells people this story tomorrow, she'll be like, "No, you don't understand. He was huge for a fairy. He was like 3 feet tall. We could have figured it out, bro." But
I grab Reese's hand and just say, "You don't leave Amber alone.
not Reese.
That's not a fun
This is
time."
What? I could get lost in there. It's fine.
I'm fine.
You don't
Do
want
you
that.
want to get lost in there?
The last fairy
You
that
want to
I
get
heard broke a
lost?
wing or two.
A wing.
A wing.
Yes. Wild time, babes.
So y'all head out of the lounge into the actual club portion itself. And what you realize is that the big building in front of this, and you knew this because you're from around here. What everyone else doesn't know is that the big building in front that splits the road is called the Twisting Vixen. The Twisting Vixen is one of two strip clubs in the area. This one happens to be stationed here because it's a great place to party afterwards. They happen to have a stage perfectly built to hold up to 2 tons so that they can take dancers of all species. Amber, in fact, just finished her shift at the Twisting Vixen. She's having a great time. She's doing it up. She's loose. She's off for like the next 4 days. But there are a lot of exotic dancers and club patrons because they've just let second shift has just turned out, third shift's getting ready to go on. It's packed. It's crowded in here. And you can hear all sorts of conversations as you make your way through to the bar. What do y'all want to do? Do you want to go to the bar? Do you want to hit the dance floor? Do you want to sit down?
I think Chani is going to the bar because that's something that they're familiar with. Like, pirate ship, all that good fun stuff. They grew up around liquor. So, liquor.
Nice.
I barely know her.
Hired. Corinne, where you going?
I mean, Corinne wants to follow Amber, but in the absence of that,
Oh,
I mean, wait, we
mean,
could follow Amber.
Amber on the
I
dance
mean,
floor.
girl,
We
that
can make that
Amber's right
night.
there
I'm
on the
just
dance
saying.
floor. That is an option. Okay,
If
so
Cyan
Corinne,
catches that,
yeah, Corinne's absolutely gave like it wasn't even a second look. It was just like a long at Amber when she came up and spoke to them. And so, yes, she's going to follow Amber out onto the dance floor.
oh,
spectacular. Wait, you know what? We we are totally gonna talk when we come back. We're gonna hang out with Amber and Corinne on the dance floor. But y'all, a bitch is hot. I need to go stick my head in some cold water. It's the real feel of 104 in fucking Maine. So let's take a 10-minute break so I can go throw some cold water on me. And when we come back, we're gonna keep partying Booker's way. Oh, they haven't even started cutting up. Y'all don't even know. Amber got tricks for y'all. Everybody smile away. Smile
Ma'am?
away. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking around. And I'm so glad you're here for the second half of our Booker Way weekend. Um, so we are having a spectacular time. We didn't get caught with animals on the kitchen counter. That was great. Um, we checked in. The capybara is happily in a cool tub of water. That's taken care of. And now we're downstairs. We're downstairs. The music is good. The liquor is okay. The liquor's a little written this dance floor. And on that dance floor is Amber Chrysicola. She is 6'6" and 375 pounds of all orc. Just oh, the world shake when she move, trembles before her. She just She is easily one of the favorites over at the Twisting Vixen, and she knows it. She is so cute. Like, not, ooh, she's cute for an orc. She's cute. People who are like Chrysicola. Apparently, so does Corinne,
Oh,
because from the second she dropped that flirty little tease at Rice and just kept wandering off to the dance floor, drink in hand, well, that was it for Corinne. Corinne, there she is. Just this green Venus. She got so much ass, friend. And all of it is just she whining. She's whining like 3 feet of ass on the dance floor right now. She the kind that you would come up behind a carnival and find yourself flat on the ground doing like this because it ass done knocked you over. There she stands. What up?
and Corinne is like honestly, it's like stars in her eyes, like awooga kind of thing. Um, and Corinne is like, I'm Corinne. Nice to meet you.
All right. So Amber turns around and she looks, and now there's a pretty decent sized orc and half orc population in Booker's Way. Um, and so, it's not one of those, oh, thank God, I never see another. That's not the look she gives you. The look she gives you as she looks you up and down is a, all right, okay, let's go. And she sips her drink. Now she wraps those, she's got them big lips painted like a real deep purple. It looks so good against her skin. And she wraps them around that straw. She takes a long, like noisy sip, empties out the cup and goes, "Hey, Corinne, I'm pretty sure I would have recognized you. Just passing through."
I could be persuaded to stay, but yeah, for the moment.
She laughs. It's not a mean laugh, but it is loud. It carries just ever so slightly across the music, which in itself tells you exactly how tickled she is by that. Bless your heart. You could be convinced this day. She goes, "How about I convince you to stay on the dance floor for a while?" She takes you by the hand. She pulls you up against her. She turn around and she start throwing it back.
And Corinne
I'm
like smiles, and she's into it too.
Corinne. Now, I'm gonna have you roll this one. I'm gonna have you roll your stamina.
Okay.
Tell me, can you stand up?
Can
Your
I
strength, I
help in
should say.
this?
No, you
Can
can't
Oh,
help
Corinne
in Are you gonna come?
What
You
are you
know
no, no,
doing?
what?
no, no, no,
Holding
no,
a
no.
I'm
chick?
going to lie.
you gonna
No,
come up
no,
on
no,
the
no, no,
other
no.
side?
All
So,
I can
okay, hold on. Let me give you the picture. So, you in the club, somebody is throwing it back. You losing balance a little bit. Yo, bro, come out of the back, holding you up so you can keep going.
Yes. Yes. I will roll your strength +1 because Cyan
Like,
is there. Cyan is
like I
within
see,
arm's reach. He sees all that ass start to ripple and just slides across the floor, ready to brace you if necessary. Please roll your strength.
like I got you.
All right, am I doing strength?
Yes, roll your strength.
Okay,
Can you stand against all this ass?
shall we? Okay. That is so wait, what how does the dice go? I forgot.
All right. So, gonna go ahead. If
It's
you're
2d12.
Yeah.
right, I was gonna say if you're
The
doing it by hand, it's 2d12. If you're
Mhm.
doing it on the character sheet, just click on where it says strength and it'll auto roll for you.
I can I cannot see my character sheet in demi plane.
All right, well, fuck that. Just roll.
So
Go ahead, roll me.
yeah, so here we go. Again, I roll just the hope dice or both dice.
both dice.
Both of
Yeah,
When
them.
you
you're gonna roll your hope
whichever
and your
one has the
fear.
highest number, that's what you rolled with.
Okay, I've rolled a 9 plus 2 is my strength on the hope dice. So that's 11.
Okay. So here's what happens. You are almost caught off guard. You are almost one of those unlucky few who meet the glory of Amber Chrysicola's ass and hit the ground, cast aside unworthily. But you recognize the hand. Right as you start to step back, you feel Cyan's hand in the small of your back and one on your shoulder, and you know your bro got you. You plant your feet, you set your hips, you put one hand right there on the curve of her left hip. You put the other one in the air like you riding a Bronco, and you go. The music really kind of turns up. The DJ sees y'all. Have you ever seen a pair of lesbian orcs throwing it down like it's carnival at the club? For lo, when this happens, the only thing that can be done is to clear the dance floor, turn the music up, and let them go. Corinne, Tell us about your dance.
I mean, honestly, Corinne's not even trying to do something fancy. She is following the body movements of her dance partner, just the way that she knows this is what you got to do when you're not the one on display, right? Because this is all Amber. This is all Amber. And all she is doing is backing Amber up. That's all she's there for, is to make sure that Amber doesn't hit the floor, and also to make sure that Amber knows how good of a time Corinne is having right now.
That part. So the song ends, it echoes, it rattles. You feel it through your bones. This is damn near as good as a drink. But even better, at some point, one of your friends has wandered up and slid a drink in your hand. She's icy cold. The girl is fiery hot. The music's so loud. When it ends, the crowd is applauding. And when Amber flips her hair up, does the bend and snap just up real quick, slight sheen of sweat on her. She look at you, and the look in her eyes, she see you. You did not. You did not hit the ground. You are worthy. All right. She see you. You have Amber Crisicola's attention for the night as long as you would like it. She finds you charming.
Oh, um, yeah, Corinne has like a little like goofy grin almost on her face. um it is like she is starstruck, and she offers Amber the drink that she has in her hand.
She wraps those beautifully purple lips around that straw again, looks at you from underneath her lashes, lifts up and goes, Do you wanna go sit down for a minute? Talk? Amber done sit down and talk to nobody. Amber hits the dance floor for 5, 6 hours at a go. She works on a stage for 4 hours and then come and party for another five. She's at that age. Lord, everybody remember 26. Ah, all right. No, I'm 40. I could do it. I could do it when I was 26. I could work a full shift and then go to the club for fucking 6 hours. And now I work a full shift and I'm like, what if I go home and put on my pajamas?
Right, right.
Oh my God, I'm so hot. I'm not even gonna pretend like I'm wearing real clothes. I'm just gonna put my ice towel on me and keep going. So everyone enjoy my ice towel. Amber, you and Amber pull over to like the quiet seating over in number 7. Don't worry about what it says. That's for if you're doing something different. You and Amber go sit down over in 7. There are booths there. Y'all, the rest of the party can join. Y'all can go cock block if you want. Terrible friends. Or you can, do a couple laps around the lounge, see who's there, listen to some gossip. What are the rest of y'all doing? Because Corinne is occupied. She's laying her game down quite flat,
I
as
have
Grandpa would
been
say.
truly being the loudest hype man in the room off to the side. I am. This is let's get it. Even from even from the oh, not the stove. Look at you keeping up. Yeah, and I'm just like, um, yeah, I'm just having a good time being the hype man from afar and noticing that I wouldn't have been able to. Good call. Good
I
good
told
call.
you.
You know.
I told you.
We
Rice,
don't want
did
you
you?
breaking a wing, baby.
Rice,
Trying to
when
keep you safe.
when Cyan took that step forward to brace, you didn't accidentally start to move forward also before you went, wait a minute, the fuck am I doing? Did you? One of them, let me help.
For
Ooh, let me
me.
help by staying over here. Yeah, cool.
Like, what am I doing?
What am I doing?
Oh my god.
All right.
I think after helping Corinne survive that endeavor, you will find Cyan on the dance floor, like throwing a tail back on some other Qatari man, and it's just a show.
There is a. Whew. Kian, are you old enough to have ever seen Beauty and the Beast with Ron Perlman?
Yes, thank you very much.
All right. So congratulations. You know exactly who has wandered over to you at the lounge. You reckon, ooh, this Vincent looking motherfucker. And she's like, oh, all right. So you are heavily occupied. He's spectacular. What about you, friend? What you doing? Everyone else is throwing ass, getting drinks.
I think Chani got a drink, but I don't think that's where they stayed. I think they're on the dance floor too. Now, Chani is not nearly so coordinated as Amber or Cyan, but I mean, Chani can do a little white boy two step. It's okay. To the left one time, you know. But yeah, no, Chani's having a good time just dancing by themselves.
So, Chani, you're standing on the edge of the dance floor. You're doing your little, okay. You got your Temptations two step on. I see you, boo. That's me. I see you dance. So there you are, and you are just close enough to the edge of the bar that you hear someone having. Well, you can just barely catch some of a conversation going on around you.
Hmm.
It is. She is. She's not particularly tall. She's probably a halfling. She could be a short human, but she's probably a halfling. She is thick, and she's sitting there kind of sad. She's talking to her friend. She's got her, chin propped up on her fist, and she's swirling a straw around her drink. She's like, it's just, I know he has to work. And I know that he's the best guy for them to have on the door on a busy night like tonight. But it's our anniversary, and Frankie and I had plans. And, she and her friend are just kind of, her friend is like, yes, girl, I know it's unfair. Mm, I know you got to pick between your woman and your rent. Her friend's being a good friend, but still, it's a couple things are obvious. One, it is a, it's supposed to be this girl's anniversary. And two, she is really upset because she is spending it away from her partner. And they were supposed to have special plans. He's been hinting for weeks that he had something very special planned for her. And she seems a little disappointed by it.
Hmm. Uh, can is there is the okay the person that this woman is referring to? Do I get the sense that they're like nearby or like here somewhere?
Um, that's a fair question. She does not seem to be looking in any particular direction other than every so often she looks up and looks out the door.
Oh, okay. I know you had to work the door, yada yada. Okay, okay, okay. Chani's gonna go to the door and try and find Frankie.
Okay. So as you head towards the door, just a little wobble on you, weaving in and out of
Hmm.
people, not spilling your drink. Got
I
this.
got my sea legs. It's okay.
Got your sea legs. Um, you make it to the entry between the lounge and the lobby, and you look and okay, no, there's a couple people here, but none of them are. She was pretty. She definitely said he, and the two people working the front door here. Neither one of them appear. They've got little. They turn around. They've got little pronouns. They got name tags with their pronouns on. Neither one of them has he on their name tag. All right. So you go outside. Y'all came in the ferry door. Maybe the fox door has a bouncer. You look around. No one bouncing the fox door. But down the alley a little bit, down the street, where the line into the Twisting Vixen is going, you see there is an enormous, like he's so, even for an orc, he's quite large. Well, a half orc. You can't tell that because, like his twin sister Amber, he's got the great double curl. He's a big dude. Frank Chrysicola is like 7.5 feet tall. He's a full foot taller than his twin sister. Big, fat, but it's that kind of real thick, hard fat layered over too many muscles.
Mhm.
That kind of fat that says I boxed for 20 years and then retired when I accidentally killed a man. That kind of fat.
Got you.
So I'm not saying that one of my neighbors was a boxer and that's how he retired and that's how he looked, but he was a good dude and I liked him. So he's standing there and he's fidgety. Like he's shuffling back and forth, rocking back and forth on his feet. He keeps looking between the line and the fox and fairy, the line and the fox and fairy, and the line just stretches down the street.
Poor baby. Okay, I'm gonna go up to Frankie. I'm like, I done left the club. I'm wandering around all up in this woman's business. No, I'm gonna go and make it right. It's her anniversary.
It is her anniversary, and like New Orleans, you can leave the bar with a drink in your hand. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, thank God, because I'm definitely walking around with my liquor.
You do. So you walk up. How tall are you, Johnny?
Johnny is a smooth 5'6".
All right. So you look up. You have to crane your head back because you are looking a full 2 feet up. Look
Mhm.
into Frank's face as he looks at you and he blinks twice because you're not where you're supposed to be. Everyone else is in the line, and the line is in front of him, and you are off to the side.
Mm.
Also, you don't look like you even want to go in the club. You're not even looking at the club, you're looking at him. Frank's a good boy. Frank's a sweet dude. Frank is Amber's the smart twin. Frank's the cute twin. At least if you ask him. Um Frank is not the cute twin. Amber's the smart twin and the cute twin. But even for an orc, Frank is not the cute twin. Uh, but he is a nice fucking guy. He's not he's not a fast learner. It take Frank a minute to think things through. But once he does, he's got it. And Frank look at you. Look at the line. He look at you. He look at the line. He goes, I can't let you cut the line from the side. But he thought about it. You just look, I don't know, you look adorable or something. You look like you're going in to look for your adults.
Yeah, basically, Chani very much has that like starry-eyed look of I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I'm here and I'm happy. Like that's Chani's entire like energy. And so they walk up to Frankie and they're like, "Hi, I'm sorry. I don't mean to pry, but are you Frankie by chance or Frank?"
And he just looks at you and his face kind of tightens up. Goes, only brown bird call me Frankie. I'm Frank.
Good to meet you, Frank. Listen, I think maybe Brown Bear was in the Fox and Fairy, and I'm not trying to get involved, but she seemed really sad that you couldn't be there. So, is there a way I can help you to be there for her?
Oh, I want you to know Frank looks at you and that stern gargoyle like grimace that was on his face melts. His bottom lip trembles. His eyes become ever so slightly wet. And he goes, Brown bird, is the most wonderful woman I've ever known. And it's our 5-year anniversary. And
Oh.
I had so much planned for her tonight and so many places I had to go. And I have to pick up all these things and I'm not going to make it. And I just don't want to disappoint her. She's so perfect. Again, the lip trembles. One of the people
Oh.
in line kind of pats him on the shoulder and goes, "She'll understand, Frank," and just lets himself in the club. Frank don't even notice. He's focused on you.
Listen, I'm gonna help you. If you let me, I can help you. Because Brownbird seems like a sweet lady, and you seem like a sweet guy. I'd love to help you guys celebrate your 5th anniversary. It's a big milestone.
He looks at you and he grins. He grins so widely that you can see the points on the bottom on his bottom teeth, and you can see like the gums at the base of his chest. Like it's a big old "you are so wonderful" grin. He reaches in. Frank's uniform is a cheap white sports coat over one of those t-shirts that's printed to look like a shirt and tie over the biggest pair of, like, chinos you've ever seen, right? Size 23 shoe on Frank. So, he reaches in the pocket, he pulls back this pristine, like, polyester sports coat. It's real white for him to be a bouncer. You must know for a fact that everybody in town is too scared to bleed on Frank. He wears a
Smart.
white coat to let you know, "Don't be stupid enough to get blood on me." Like, so people behave. He reaches in his white sports coat and he pulls out a wallet, not a modern day flip wallet, but one of them old fashioned bag kinds. Ye olde gold and
Mm,
silver. He pulls it out and he shoves it at you. And I want you to roll for me a D4.
a D4. Okay. So we gotta get my D4. 2.
All right. So here's what you've just rolled. Frank had so many stops he had to make tonight before the end of his shift, and he's just not going to make it. Frank needs someone to run and pick up 1d4 plus 2 items for him.
Okay.
So he just needs you to make 4 stops. Super easy, just 4 stops. And his big hand, man, his hand wraps all the way around yours as he presses the wallet in your hand, just because he does not worry that you're gonna try to cheat him. What a funny thought. No one's gonna take Frank Crisicola's money and run.
I would
Bless.
never.
So he wraps your hand around it and he goes, okay, here's what she likes. She likes she likes fancy food. I was gonna go to the fresh market and get her something fancy. I don't know. I was gonna ask them, what do pretty girls like? Some I don't They got exotic butters, they got fancy jam versus regular jam. I was gonna get her like some fancy jam. I don't know. I was gonna go get her something pretty to wear. I was gonna go get her something shiny to wear. I was gonna go get her something good to eat. Can you go get her those things? And he turns around because behind him, there is a scuffle. Somebody has started fighting behind him right in the doorway. All of a sudden, the sweet ass Frank that you've been talking to melts away. 7.5 feet of solid muscle swells up in front of you. And he just goes, you look like you got good taste. You look like you got better taste than me. Just find her something nice." And he puts everything in your hand and just kind of gently, his gentle shove is enough that you almost lose your balance. You got to do a stumble run like 5 good steps ahead of you. But he kind of does one of those, "Okay, you got this." Um,
Roger that.
Roger
And I
that.
take off.
So, are you going back to the Fox and Ferry to get the rest of your friends, or are you like, "Nah, me and
Oh
my beer, we got
yeah.
this"?
I probably should go and let people know that I've left. Do we have cell phones in this world? Can I just text somebody and ping my location?
I mean, you kind of do.
This
Here's what
nigga
y'all
left
have.
us.
What you have is everybody's got a small scrying mirror. It's about the size. It's about the size of an Android,
Oh,
but
okay.
it functions like a cell phone.
Okay.
You can do a short distance scry for a couple. It's got people pre-programmed in. You just push it and it hits them.
Yeah, okay. I'll hit the group chat and like be like, "Hey, on a side quest, I'll be back. Go get him, Corinne." Like that's what I'm gonna say.
Corinne,
And I'm
do
gonna
you
go.
even notice that your scry mirror has lit up?
Uh, yeah, I feel like Corinne has enough awareness that she notices it, but she doesn't check it right away.
All right. And Reese, what about you? Your scry mirror lights up.
My scry mirror lights up because I'd already been bouncing my hype between between Cheyenne and and both of them, and I'm just looking around like, wait, I'm missing one. Oh no, I'm missing one. They already know the rules. It's you. Come on, hello, buddy. Oh no, one. We lost one. Jesus
All right.
There
So,
has
Shawnee
to be the
done fucked
responsible
off
one.
into a different direction, boy.
Diane,
Baby.
you and Vincent are still tearing it up on that dance floor when all of a sudden Reese just flying out of nowhere, hot, just like an
We
annoyed little
lost one.
dragonfly, just waving their super tiny scry mirror in your face, like you can read it
I am
with them going that fast.
I'm a little busy right now.
Decouple, okay? We got time.
Excuse me. What what is wrong with you?
Away on left. I'm so sorry. Look here.
Ugh,
Well, you could just check yours.
you it's not bright in here, and you just put a phone in my face.
I'm so
Okay.
sorry. I'm so sorry. You are
Um.
correct.
What side
What if
quest?
I?
The fuck? Hold on. I turn around to the guy and I'm like, "You have been great." I give him my scrying number.
Now you
um,
give him your scry sigil. Need to scry me, just write this on the mirror.
um,
Um,
where
he
is
put
Corinne?
Corinne is sitting there. She is. You can see that her scry mirror is set like mirror side down on the table. She's got it flipped like so. She hasn't. She knows it lit up, and she went and she just set it down like set her phone face down. Y'all aren't fucking this up. So y'all head over, and as y'all head over, she is Corinne and Amber are having a really great conversation, actually. It's fun and it's flirty, but it's also surprisingly deep. And she's talking about, growing up as a twin and, how her brother actually loves her twin brother, bless his heart. He's maybe if y'all leave together, you'll get a chance to wave hi. 'Cause he's poor sucker stuck working on his anniversary. That's his girlfriend over there. Like y'all are having a conversation. She's filling you in on local gossip as everybody walks up to you and goes, "Girl, check your fucking phone."
So Corinne is like, oh my God, really? I couldn't just get one night, and pulls out her scry mirror and sees the message. And I think she reaches for Amber's hand and like kisses the back of it, like an old courtly kind of thing, and says, I am absolutely having a great time. One of my friends needs me, so we'll have to pick this up later.
Uh, she pouts. it's a mostly for show pout, but there's some real oh really in there. She goes, all right, you can. Why don't you go ahead and leave me your scry sigil, and I'll see about. Hopefully, I'll catch up with you before you leave town.
And Corinne does that, um, and she gets up like really reluctantly. Like you can see how reluctant she is to like leave this moment, and then follows the others and says to Rice, "This better be good."
Don't look at me. It,
Hold on.
it was what?
Hold on.
Johnny
You mad
is
at
like
them?
skipping down the street, la, 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 la,
It was
la,
Shani,
like
not
minding
me.
the fuck out their business.
I'm
And
just
we
gonna
all
look
know the
at
rules.
like I'm just looking at Rice like, you see how we get in it? You see how we get treated? Being good friends, huh? Shit.
So as y'all hit the doorway, you thankfully you recognize what Shawnee is wearing. So you recognize just the edge of their clothes turning the street corner. Just fucking off. They don't even live here. Chani don't know where nothing is.
You know
The
what?
only place Chani knows is the bakery.
What is this? What is this motherfucker doing?
The best they know how.
Oh my god.
Uh, Johnny, you reach the bakery. You are right there at the crossroad when you realize, indeed, that you don't know where you're going. Like something sweet,
Indeed.
cool. You could run in there and get a boobay, but like it's real close to their work. If he wanted to grab her a boobay, he probably could have done that himself. He probably
Yeah.
wants something nicer, but you don't know where the fuck to go do that. And so you're standing there looking at the money, looking at the streets, looking at the money, looking at the streets, when your friends run up behind you, grab you on the shoulder, like, "Hi, guys."
Girl, where the fuck are
How
you
you
going?
doing?
You know the
Listen,
rules. We go in
listen.
together. You either
Okay.
if you're gonna couple, you gotta tell us.
Listen,
I
it's
don't
not
care.
a couple. I'm trying to save a couple's anniversary. It's their 5-year anniversary. It's so
Whose
important.
What
anniversary?
does that have to do with
Anniversary.
you?
Frank and Brownbird.
Who?
Frank's
Hold
really
on.
nice.
Who
Frank?
the Frank is
Wait,
that?
wait, wait, wait. Wait, who is Frank?
Frank, you know, the
It's
really
his
tall,
anniversary.
yeah,
It's
huh,
their
5-year
He's
anniversary.
an
anniversary.
orc.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he's an orc.
Okay.
He's the brother of the person you were just dancing
Yeah.
with.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Because
Corinne, what
you
are
know
you
the
even doing
Chrysical is
here?
Corinne,
Aren't you
Diane.
supposed to be
Corinne is
smushing
getting like
faces
a
with Amber?
smile, right? And she's like, "Yeah, but how good am I gonna look if I help save her brother's anniversary?"
Oh god.
That is true. See, we can do this together. It'll be perfect. It's just a couple of things. We have to go and pick up something shiny, something pretty, something fancy, and something tasty for Brown Bird. And Frank said apparently I have good taste. I don't know where he got that from, but I'm inclined to believe him. He seems like he knows what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm. It just did he give you any money or just say that you're buying this?
Yeah. And I hold
Okay,
up
okay. I'm
the
gonna take that. Don't
well,
lose it.
Frank is very big,
Oh, I know.
you know? Oh, cool. So maybe you can help me. Where are we supposed to buy pretty, fancy, tasty, shiny things?
So
And those have to be
here,
all four different things, right?
Uh-huh,
I
yeah.
Okay.
mean, it would be best if you start
Yeah, just
running out
making
of
sure.
time, make it work. But
Okay.
I'm just gonna raise my hand and be like, so why wouldn't we just go ask this person what they like?
Because then it's not a surprise, right?
She don't know us. It's a very big surprise.
Rice makes a good point. She don't know us.
Well, I mean, then she's gonna put it together like, oh, these random people that I've never met before ask me what my favorite things are. And then it seems like Frankie didn't put any thought into it, and I think he really did. He's
But
just,
he's sending you to go. I don't think he put thought into it
They've
because
been
he's
together
sending
since
you to
stuck
go
at
buy
years,
it.
work.
and
He's
all
All
he
of
stuck
a
at
had on his
work.
sudden,
list was
at
something
He's
fancy.
working on the door right now.
right, all of a sudden from down the street, you hear someone screaming. You turn around and you see someone flying out the door like Uncle Phil booted jazz, just a woo across the street. Bonnie, you pointed this. You're like, see, Frankie's working.
Yeah,
Uh,
see?
th- that's the good old Frank special. I remember when that was me. Okay, all
Oh.
right, that's fine. Shit.
Well, let's hurry. I wanna give them a good anniversary. Brownbird seems sweet.
Did you?
Okay, all right.
I'm of course gonna go out on a limb. I'm assuming you're doing this out of the kindness of your heart and not for pay.
Of course she is.
Oh yeah. I didn't ask for money.
Yeah,
Brownbird
Of course
just
you
seemed
didn't.
really
of course.
sad.
Oh, so Brownbird knows you.
No.
Yeah.
I
What is
didn't
you
even talk to
adventure?
her, know her name.
Did you?
Adventure!
Adventure with no pay.
We love
You
that kind of adventure,
right.
really.
You
Totally.
don't know either of these people, and you didn't get like a contract or anything.
No, but I don't think it. I guess it didn't occur to me. But Frank seems
Frankie?
nice. No, only
Frankie?
Brownbird calls him Frankie.
Oh,
Okay.
That's what I learned anyway. He got really stiff when I said Frankie.
Okay. All right.
all
So
right, cool. Okay.
here's the
Hmm.
thing, Cyan. You know that there's a couple places around that will fit the bill. You know that building number 12 is a tailor. You know that building number 29 is a beauty salon. Number 10 has a front and a back. It's a tea house. Like you can get snacks, you can get a drink there. But more importantly, that long one over there, number 17, that is the indoor farmers market. It's 24 hours a day. You might not get the great shit if you come in late, but it's technically 20 hours a day, 24 hours a day. And they've got all sorts of shit. On one side, they've got like high fantasy Whole Foods. On the other side, they've got a floral market. And right there in the middle, they got a whole bunch of little individual carts, like mall kiosks, that all sell one or two little things. Like, ooh, here's some semi precious jewelry. Here's some exotic butters. Here's some jams and jellies. Fucking Five Nights at Freddy's. My kid said exotic butters to me a decade ago, and I haven't gotten it out of my head. Anyway,
Okay.
exotic
All
butters.
right. So Cyan is he stops and looks at Corinne and everybody and turns his head towards Shani and is like, so they asked for something pretty, something shiny, something and all of these things, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brownbird, sorry, likes fancy foods,
Okay.
pretty things to wear, shiny things to wear, and tasty things to eat.
Okay. At this hour of we're gonna have to go to Roots. It's
Okay.
the indoor farmer market, like right down here. They've got it all. I think we can figure out everything that we need for this.
Yeah.
Just don't get lost. They have a lot of shiny shit, and I know you like shiny shit.
Yeah. Okay, I'll
Aw.
stay with the group.
Okay, thank you.
So this is fun. I accidentally exported this without the number layer, so I'm just gonna have to point. So here's the thing. Y'all wander down through town. You decide to go all the way to the furthest place first, which would be Roots, the indoors farmers market, and then make your way back. Great plan. Super time effective. Y'all wander in through the giant double doors, and you find yourself in this large middle section, the spot that is filled with all the kiosks. In the very back, there are offices and bathrooms. Um, to your right, this is the Whole Foods. To your left, that's the floral wholesaler. All right, are y'all still staying together? Are these still the rules? Are you splitting up? One of you here? What you doing?
I mean, I know Chani might get distracted, but I think it'd be better
And
if
Chani is
we
immediately distracted.
did maybe
How
had
about a twofer? How about
like
it to you?
Mhm.
Yeah,
two and
you guys
two.
go there.
Okay.
Shawnee and I'll go towards what's less distracting, Shawnee?
Well, the only thing that Chani saw shiny things, like saw jewels and jewelry,
Mhm.
and Chani's a child of pirates, so of course,
Right.
that's where their eyes go first. So they immediately like make a beeline over to the shiny stuff.
Okay, I'm going to tug like the back of your like whatever shirt you have on, and probably
Yeah,
get
it's
pulled
like a
on. I'm
little
like,
hooded.
okay, nope, we're on food duty. Let's go.
I mean,
Oh! You see Chani's ears flatten a little bit.
Cyan is gonna mention to Rice like they do have a really good eye for jewels, so they probably would find something really nice.
I mean,
Oh.
yeah, it might be a good idea.
Okay, well, y'all are unhelpful. I just turn around and go towards.
All right,
Chani does like a
so
little dance on the spot. You just hear hooves tapping like Savion Glover.
Chani, there are 9 different kiosks here in this middle section.
Oh
Why
fuck!
don't you? It's so fun. It's a surprise because I don't have the number because I forgot to export my number layer. You pick a number and I'll tell you which one of these you're at, and I'll tell you what's there.
5.
All right. 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me this is, can you see me touching the screen? Right here.
Yeah.
This one's 5.
Okay.
Okay, so as you wander up to number 5, you see that what they have available is it's all right. They do have some shiny stuff, but it's not shiny like jewelry. They have like sun catchers and wind chimes made of stained glass. Like they're gorgeous. They're little glass and ceramic wind chimes. Everything here is super pretty and it is shiny. It's not jewelry though. Now,
Hmm.
did Frank say jewelry or did he just say shiny shit? What do you think? What do you
Well,
think he
he
meant?
didn't.
Did he?
I guess he didn't say jewelry. He did say something shiny. Brown bird likes shiny things.
Did you didn't get an exact like what was she wearing? You said you don't. I need so
I
much
don't know.
more.
I have no idea. The thing is, Frank was going to tell me, but then there was a fight behind Frank, and he had to go take care
Know
of
how
that.
it is.
So he just kind of told me to go get shiny, pretty, tasty, and fancy.
I'm going to remind you how easily this could have been a trick. I'm just gonna say that right up at the top. I love you, but but it's fine. We're here now. We're gonna do that. So I don't know. So how much money did he give you? Oh,
We
my
should
God.
probably count it. He just gave me his wallet. I didn't ask for any information. I asked 0 follow-up questions. And I'm just now realizing that is probably a problem.
And Cheyenne took the wallet. So what?
I would have split it down the middle.
Okay.
How much
Like-
do we have?
So why don't you go ahead and you know what? Who has it roll? Lily. No,
Mhm.
Lily, you rolled. You did a strength.
I
Kiana,
did
have you
do.
rolled?
I did.
I have
Okay,
to.
good. Everyone's
Everyone has.
rolled. Ryu, go ahead and roll me a D6.
Uh-huh.
Tell me what the number is.
4.
Cool. Frank gave y'all 2 gold pieces and 2 silver pieces. You have approximately $240.
Oh my.
Okay.
So
I
we
mean,
split
oh
it.
my,
honey.
So
so
we're
like
holding
each
a
of you's
gold
carrying
and a
about
silver.
120. Yeah, each of you's holding the gold and the silver.
Okay. Okay.
So, like, the good news
Hmm.
is these shiny things are fairly inexpensive. They're like 4 silver. They're roughly 40 bucks. They really are very, very pretty. Over there though, right here at
Mhm.
number 7, which is the one up here in the corner, uh, they do have jewelry back there.
Hmm.
It is semi-precious jewelry, a lot of silver, a lot of, um, coral, no diamonds, no emeralds, but you're gonna see some really cute shit, some amethysts. They have some jewelry back there. Are you going to buy one of these beautiful Suncatcher wind chimes or go back there and shop some jewelry?
I think I'm
This
gonna go jewelry. Just brown bird seems like jewelry. The
yeah.
kids, bird, magpie. I don't know. That's where Johnny's head goes.
All right. So you and Rise have headed back towards number 7, the stall with some jewelry. There's an older woman standing there. Let's swap over real quick and look at Cyan and Corinne. Cyan and Corinne, did y'all go get food or what are y'all getting? Did y'all go into the Whole Foods, Magic Whole Foods, or are you still out here with the kiosks?
Looking
Um,
for Eldritch Butters for sure.
Eldritch Eldritch Butters are a
Yeah.
kiosk. They are right over here by the florals. They're by the front door. Just you come in right here. That one. That I've once again accidentally pulled up the thing. As you wander over, you're not too far away. You see Shawnee and Rise touching a whole bunch of wind chimes and stuff before they head further off into the market. But you're standing here, and there's just a whole bunch of cases. They're beautiful. They're about chest high on you. They're polished wood. The glass is great. There's someone you don't know who standing behind, for they are in a very voluminous, dark black cloak. You can't see their face because the hood is all the way up. They've got their hands tucked in their sleeves. Their voice booms lightly as they say, "Would you like some butter?"
Yes, please.
Yeah, and
The
they start
that
going on a
voice
spiel. Oh, yeah, the voice sounds like death incarnate. It sounds like the end of the world as they go on and start telling you about their exotic butters. This is yak butter. This is goat butter. This is
as
butter from something called a cow. This is
as they're
like
talking, um,
hold
Cyan
their butter.
slowly moves behind Corinne and is just like, oh.
Korean. Oh, she like flashes back to being in the bakery earlier. Like, really?
Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
This is
Do you hear his
is this
voice?
what I am now?
Do you hear this voice? I am terrified.
Corinne, do you feel brave enough to speak to the avatar of death as he tries to sell you some eldritch butters, or would you like to try to find something else that may be delicious?
The
Oh no,
avatar
we've
of death.
committed to the Eldritch Butters now. So we're getting some damn Eldritch Butter.
Cool. So y'all talk for a minute. You barter. Turns out he loves to barter. This person is having a great time. I guess a lot of people must not come by. Maybe the combination of looks like the Grim Reaper and Eldridge Butter is an off-putting thing for most people. He doesn't look like he has a lot of business. He's having a great time. As you walk away with two things. Walk away with like this beautiful woven basket. He tied the bow himself with fingers that maybe or did not look skeletal. They definitely looked thin, possibly a little claw-like at the end. It's
Sure.
fine. Don't worry about it. Don't pay attention to his hands. Beautifully tied bow, perfectly tied around this big basket. It's like a sampler basket, just bounding with butters. You got a great deal. You only paid like 50 bucks for this. It's a lot, 'cause, but it's someone's anniversary. You don't have to eat $50 worth of weird butter, and that's what counts. So y'all walk away with like $50 worth of weird and exotic butters. This is definitely according to the man something in here will be tasty to everyone. He
Okay.
even threw in some cheese. Says some people love cheese. Put it in the basket.
Yep.
Thanks.
So the great news is we have already checked off something tasty. Exotic Eldritch Butters.
Whew.
Let's go ahead and y'all wander through. You're heading over towards Chani and Reese. Let's see, Chani and Reese, guys, how y'all doing? You are here and you are looking at this. You are looking down at this old, wizened, dwarvish woman. And she is looking up at y'all like you are the biggest fools to shit between two shoe heels. For lo, you have explained to Auntie while they were shopping for butters exactly the situation you have found yourself in. And Auntie is looking at you like y'all are wild. She said, "So let me understand this. You're not from around here. You don't have a map. You don't know where you're going. You heard Brown Bird Larimar say that she was a little sad that her boyfriend couldn't do so. And so you're now trying to get Frank Crisicola's anniversary gifts together for him to impress. And again, she puts a distressing amount of emphasis on the name Brown Bird Larimar. Like you should know that name. She's like, with this, and she
Keep
holds up like a little pair of amethyst earrings.
Oh.
right. I have. So again, we found ourselves this way because they decided that this was a plan, and I am a good friend.
So, question. You keep saying Brownbird Larimar? Are we meant to know who this is?
This woman takes it's a mighty sigh. It's a deep sigh. On earth, it would be called a deep Negro sigh as she sits down on her stool and pulls out her paper and puts it down. And you see that that is definitely the girl who was crying at the bar on the front page in this gorgeous, like prima dancer outfit. She is on the grand stage at the old Onyx Theater right over in Uptown. You're like, oh, the
Oh,
mob bouncer is dating the prima ballerina. Gotcha. Oh, she's fucking fancy. No wonder he wanted something nice.
right.
So
Okay, good call on the jewelry then.
okay,
Right?
so we're saying that the wind chimes won't be the winner.
The woman looks at you and she says, the woman looks at you and she like now to be fair, the work she's done is gorgeous. It's worth it, but she snorts and she goes, if you don't have time to go to the real jeweler, if you got to pick between these and the wind chimes, you should probably get the wind chimes.
Yeah. Because I mean,
Okay.
mob queens have to
She
go
went,
sip
but
tea at some point, so they can do it outside.
she
It's
went,
true.
okay,
We
you
can
know
take
what? She goes, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. I will make you a deal. I can call around and have something put together for you. It'll be ready for you to pick up by the time you get there. And you just tell Frank that he has to swing by and finish paying us because that, and she looks at the little wallet you're holding. You've got the Cyan's coming. He's got the change from the exotic butters. She says, that's not going to be enough. And Frank can afford it. He probably did not hand you the right wallet. He's probably sitting at work losing his shit right now because he handed you the pocket change.
Oh no. Oh, he handed us pocket
Cam-
change.
Camera cut to Frank Cristocola, who is at the bar reaching for his this is my playing around money and has accidentally pulled out the wallet with like $3,000 in it that was supposed to be spent on his girlfriend's anniversary presents, and
Yep.
he handed y'all $240. Y'all thought that was the budget for the whole thing. Frank is sitting there slowly having a meltdown. He's sitting on the stool
For
rocking.
Frank.
Oh no.
So bad for
Hey, so auntie, sorry. You know Frank is good for it, right? Can we do like an IOU or something? Because my best friend here has got our ass on the line now, and I don't want to end up in a crick.
Oh Lord.
not
Auntie's
in a
looking at
clear.
all of
Oh
y'all.
my good lord.
She looks at y'all, she rolls her eyes, and she picks up her mirror. She jumps on the group scry. You hear like 4 other older voices. Some of
Call
them
Miss
are
Bianca,
feminine,
please.
one of them is masculine, and 2 of them you can't identify, but all of a sudden they start talking. None of them are talking common. They're mostly talking
Uh,
dwarvish. They're going. She keeps looking at y'all. She laughed twice before she hang up. She goes, "Here's what you're gonna do. You gonna go to the tailor. Don't go to that cheap one. You go right over there to," and she points you to number 12. She goes, "You go there. He has her size. He does all her clothes. He's got something waiting. You swing in next door at the salon. They've got a gift. They're throwing together a little gift package now of the stuff she uses. Pick that up. Across the street, there is a jeweler. You grab a fuck. Do not let him. He's gonna try to hand you a ring because he thinks he's funny. Don't take Frank a ring. Larmar's not ready for a ring. Frank will get his heart broken. He'll have him tell him to give you the fucking necklace. Lord, and buy this." And she all of a sudden grabs like 2 necklaces and earrings. She's like, "And since I'm helping you, buy this."
Done.
so we're
As we
not getting
say.
the wind chime.
I really do want the wind chime.
We
She said, "Then
should
stop." She
probably
said, "Then stop and get the wind chime from her." But I don't sell wind chimes. And so she said, "You buying this."
yeah,
Congratulations. Y'all
yeah.
have all bought about $80 worth of jewelry. It's cute. It's not really the taste or style of any of you. There's a couple pieces of amethyst, couple really nice rose quartz, like a nice pair of each pair of necklace and earring, one in amethyst and one in rose quartz. Y'all don't want this. You don't need this, but Auntie has done you a favor and you have paid her accordingly. So now head out as a run.
Mhm.
You're weaving through the back streets of Booker's Way, in and out, left and right. You run through, and there are people waiting at back doors of stores for you. You can tell it's for you because there's an older person standing in open doorways underneath the light, looking at y'all like, y'all are ridiculous.
Thanks,
They
Mr.
hand
Tyrone.
Thank you, Mr.
Now auntie
Tyrone.
done called out the elders.
Uh-huh. He hands you.
Hey,
Mr. Tyrone is the tailor. You run up to the tailor. He hands you this beautiful glossy box. It's wrapped. He says, "Tell Frank it's the right size." You run through the salon while Cyan is grabbing the clothes. Reese, you and Corinne have ducked in through the back door of the salon. There is a girl just looking at y'all. She's popping her gum. Like, really? But she's got a basket next to her. And she goes, "I don't know who's a bigger fool, y'all or Frank. Tell him happy anniversary." Y'all don't even live here. They talking to y'all like you the neighbor's
I
child who
live
runs in
here.
their yard. They're like, "You know what?
I don't even go to this
Come back,
school.
Don't even go to this
come
school, but
back
it's your
here.
problem now." And indeed, at the jeweler, you have to go in. He's not waiting at the door. Even though there's no one in the store, he's waiting behind the counter, and he sure does have like 3 freaking trays of rings in front of him. And he's
Uh,
grinning.
sorry, that won't do. Auntie said get the necklace.
He said, "Oh, I know what Auntie told y'all, but Frank and Larimar have been together 5 years. It's time for her to have a ring on her finger. Just, just you look."
And we just
And he looks at all y'all. He starts to look at Johnny and say, "You look like a one." And then he looks at all y'all. He
we
looks at Cyan. He
definitely
goes, "You
need the
look like you have
necklace.
great taste. Are you sure you don't want to pick a ring?"
If you don't give this girl that damn necklace,
Hurtful.
We need the necklace.
He rolls his eyes. He's not too much older than y'all. He's the youngest of the elders. By not too much older, I mean not too much older than the oldest of you. He's significantly older than Johnny. But he pulls it out. He's middle aged. He pulls out a string of necklaces. He looks at three of them and he goes, "They hand you the white box or the blue box?" Diane, they hand you the white box or the blue box at the tailor?
I want to say I got the blue box from the
All
actually
right.
no, the white box. The white box.
Okay. All right. So you say the white box, and he puts away one tray and he picks up this gorgeous, like, series of opal beads with like this beautiful little fish, this carved opal koi dangling at the bottom. And he goes, "I don't know who's luckier, her or Frank." Puts it in this gorgeous case, slides it over to you, and says, "Now, I'm trusting Auntie, but just this is a warning for you, not me. Better actually be running these errands for Frank Chrysicola, because I'm not the one who's gonna come looking for you if you run off with Brown Bird's necklace." He slides it
Mm,
across the thing, just says, "Y'all
I
have a good evening."
That
I
would
can
make me
promise you
scared
right
of
now that
Jordan.
this is for Frank. Um,
We, as a matter of fact, we're heading back there now.
Yep.
To Frank.
Right. Um, so y'all take off at a run, right? It's like 2 a.m. at this. It's thank God the Silk Center is open all night long. Like, the only time the Silk Center really bothers closing down is from like 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. That's the 3 hours where they restock. So y'all are running through town, you dodging through crowds. They're starting to finally thin though, because it's 2 a.m. Everybody who's real tired is starting to go home, and everybody who's still partying is in the party. As you pull up to the Twisting Vixen, to the saddest sight, there's Frank. Frank is just in a slump. He looks like his world has ended. As you get
Oh,
close, you can see that his eyes, like, Frank possibly went in the bathroom and cried for like 3 minutes. And he looks at, but he
oh.
gives you the biggest smile, Johnny, and he goes, "I know you must have tried real." And he sees you first before anyone else. He goes, "I know you must have tried real hard, but I gave I gave you the wrong wallet. But it's not your fault. I know she gonna love. She's a good girl. She'll love what you
It's
got. It's not your fault."
it's
Frank.
okay. The Auntie Network helped us out a lot. And so did my friends.
Frank.
Frank looks up behind you. He hears you, Cyan. "Hi, Frank." He looks over. He goes, "Wait a minute. I know you.
Yeah.
I know you." And then he sees all the things in y'all's arm. He sees Reese like sitting on top of the bow of the basket of exotic butters.
Yep.
Corinne, you got exotic butters here. In this one hand, you got like salon basket in the other. Diane, you got the jewelry box sitting on top of the dress box. You're like the Auntie Network came through. Frank begins to cry. Not a quiet cry. Frank is too big and too strong to be embarrassed by his feelings. What you gonna do? Whoop Frank's ass? No. So Frank is letting his emotions show. He is crying with joy as he reaches out, Cyan, you, the women, he's not gonna squeeze them. Yes, even Corinne, because Corinne, I know you're an orc and you can take it, but he's an old school mafia dude. You hold the women gently, but Cyan, you can get one of them rough, big, crushing hugs. He's like, you, and a
Hey,
pound on the back. He's like, "You really came through."
hey, you, you know you're welcome, but make sure you pay the aunties because currently my name's on the line, and I trying to make good here.
He's laughing. He's like, "Oh, yeah, no, I got it. I got it." And y'all
Whew.
did me a big one. Why don't you keep that change why don't you keep that change I accidentally handed y'all? And tell them tell them over at the Fox and Ferry. Tell them your stays on Frank. Tell them I got this.
Oh,
Your tab this weekend is on me.
Oh,
You have saved
Oh,
my anniversary. Don't know. I don't she's not ready yet, but I think she's gonna be ready for it soon. And he pulls
oh,
out, you see that in the other side of his pocket, he has a ring box. It's well worn, like he's been holding it since the first
oh,
6 months. Like because he he wanted to marry her from the day he met her. He bought this ring box on their 5th date. He holds it at
oh,
night and he knows that one day she's going to take it. He's like, she'll be ready for this one day, but she'll like this now. Goes, y'all did me a solid. Y'all ever need anything? You can't find me here. Swing by. My uncle owns Kike's Butchers. Tell him you need Frank. He popped you on the shoulder. And now,
God damn
there you
again.
stand. Y'all, the heroes of Frank's anniversary. You saved a mafia dude's beautiful girlfriend's day. You got some drinks. And more importantly, Corinne, as you look, you see standing in the doorway. Frank must have called his sister crying. Frank must have called
oh,
his sister so upset because standing behind him, you see Amber and she's looking at you like you hung the fucking moon. She holds out her hand to you and she goes, why don't you, do you want to, you really did my brother a solid. Do you want to go find somewhere quiet to talk while they go bask, while they go celebrate their good win?
and Corinna's gonna be like, "I'll see y'all on Monday."
Uh huh. You go. You have fun.
listen, take your time, beloved.
not 3 days
We'll
worth.
see y'all for the train ride, baby.
Yeah.
Okay,
Do
I'll
your
meet
stretches
y'all on the
first.
platform.
And so, and so with the excellent, classy, perhaps sounds a little bit like They Not Like Us tunes bumping out of the Fox and Fairy,
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
leading you back in, and Corinne and Amber hand in hand heading off up the street in the other direction. I think it's time to leave y'all having had a wonderful first day of your 3-day fun ass weekend in Booker's Way. I hope y'all had a great time, and I can only hope your next 2 days go half as well. But with that
Yeah.
said, go ahead and say goodbye to everybody and our wonderful setting. Thank you all so much for swinging by again, sending us spending a spell at Booker's Way. Let's go in reverse or let's go ahead, say goodbye to all of our cast. Tell us who you are, where we can find you online, and anything else you want us to come pay some attention to. Let's start with no, I'm not gonna do that to you, Ryu. Let's start with Alex.
Oh, hello. I am Alex. I use they them pronouns. I've been playing Chani. I be bopping around the internet sometimes, every now and then. You can find me under AlexAMA_. Um, and also if you're into actual play podcasts, be sure to check out Baddie Bards. We just released our second season, and the second episode of season 2 will be coming out this Friday. So follow me on my beacons or whatever, and all the information is there.
Thank you so much. Lily, how about you?
Hi, I am Lily. I use she, they pronouns. And I can be found on Elise on Life on Twitter and Blue Sky. I'm really still trying to find my feet there, so I don't post much. But you can also find me on Instagram at LilyPHL and Twitch and Discord as LaScribe. You can hear me on 2 different actual play podcasts. One is called Misfits of Space, which we're doing Scum and Villainy right now. And the other one is called Greetings from Stability, which is a horror anthology podcast. And then I also have my own podcast with 2 other women called Blurred on the Street, where we talk about being in geeky spaces. And then you can see me on Friday in 2 days at Girls Run These Worlds again for the Historical Society. Can't get words out. The Historical Society, which is another June special one shot.
Yes, we can. So excited for that. All right, Keon.
Uh, hello, you beautiful motherfuckers out there. My name is Keon. I use he, they pronouns, and I played Cyan today. And I think he might be going back into the game after this because y'all done put him right next to the Kingpin. So why not? Why not? But yeah, if y'all enjoyed what I played here today and what I've done, you can find me on all things internet at Brother Keon, and that is BRUTHAQUEON. I have a list of shit coming up, so bear with me. So for this Sunday, please join us at the Masquerade for the finale of Twilight in the Gala of Good and Evil with Sword and Key in support of Trans Lifeline. Coming up this Monday, finally, class will be back in session, my people. We've got Hillard University for Class Delta over on Epiphany Games _616 here on Twitch. That will be at 5 PST on Monday. And I just got words that I can actually talk about this now, so I'm very happy. Come and watch me play The Calamity in Queer Space Gods, which is powered by Thirsty Sword Lesbians on Queer and Spears podcast in support of the Black AIDS Institute and the Medical Aid for Palestine. So, and I've got a couple other things, but I ain't even gonna get into that yet because that's like down the way. But yeah, I'm super excited, and I had a blast here with Girls Run These Worlds. So thank you.
Thank you. I'm so glad you had fun. All right, and Ryu.
Oh, hey, it's me. My name is Ryu. My pronouns are she, they, them, bo, and I'll be back here in a good 3 hours or so for running Roll for Luck, when the Chaos Mistress, where we will be on a train again. They are tired of this train, but I'm not. And I'm super excited for the mini heist that is going on and all the things that they might get into. So I'm super excited for tonight. And of course it's on Juneteenth, so we're just gonna be extra black. And by that I mean blackity black black. Aside from that, we are I'm looking forward to the World of Darkness Fall of London game. I'll be playing on Friday and Saturday. It's gonna be a two-shotter over on Exquisite Corpse Presents, ran by DK, and I'm super excited for that. I believe Alex is in that one, so it's going to be a good old time, great time. And one of my players from Roll Flux is also going to be in that. But in between now and then, I think I'll be streaming one of those nights, just chilling on my channel. Probably just a co-working stream. But yeah, it's going to be a good rest of the month, and I hope y'all have a good chill as much as possible, kind of Juneteenth y'all can. Rest for the ancestors, you know.
Thank you so much, Ryu. And thank you everyone for showing up. I've been your GM, Arnica. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, Hive, Blue Sky, pretty much anywhere. You can type in the words Arnica X Ross. You can catch me Friday, Morphs in the Swamp, our Animorphs real play, actual play, over on Valorant's channel at 8 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern, uh, 8 to 11. Oh, 7:30, 7:30, 10:30. Damn. You I've been in this for 6 weeks now. You think I know what time? No, my phone rings and I go jump in the green room. Anyway, and make sure you come back tonight for Roll for Luck, but also we've got a variety of Pride shows coming up. You didn't catch the one from earlier this week. Was it Tuesday? Was it Monday? It was Monday? Yeah, if you didn't catch the one from Monday, go watch it. It was spectacular. We've got others coming up, including Historical Society on Friday. We hope to see you there, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.